Hey, welcome, everybody, to a great debate community open house. Yeah, we haven't had one for a while. I know we have had a lot of structured hangouts in the last couple weeks or so, especially with Dr. Hankey and Dr. Lachelle and a few other people we've had as guests. So I want to have a quick open house where people can just come in and chat and like we used to do. So we have a lot of new members that have joined us in the Great Debate community a lot recently. I mean, our numbers are going up tremendously, as well as with the new podcast. We've had already 780 views, I think, on the last video on the new channel, the Non Sequitur channel. So if you haven't subscribed to that channel yet, go ahead and do that. I will put all these video links afterwards in the video description. I'm not doing it now, only for the fact that the YouTube algorithm will demonetize right off the bat due to certain words, and I don't know what words they are. So I just figured it's best not to put anything in there until it's uploaded and stuff. So the new channel, the new Non Sequitur show, does have the video portion of the podcast, including Dr. Mays and Kent Hoven's presentation, as well as some other stuff on it. So we'll be putting on some other stuff on it today. So anyways, anybody can join this hangout. It's open. The link to join is in the Great Debate Community G+. If you don't have access to that, just message me and I'll get you a link. But I do have a kind of special guest with us. I have Anti-Ordinary with us. Yay, go Anti-Ordinary.
Yay. Hello, I'm Anti-Ordinary, as you probably guessed, and I make videos here on YouTube. And I recently joined the Great Debate community and had a relatively civil debate about you and agnostic atheism, which I really do not want to get into this time. But yes, that's me. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, that actually was good. Yeah, for those of you guys who don't know who Anti-Ordinary is, because she's kind of the new kid on the block. Actually, really new, actually. We've known about her for a little while, but we've kept her secret. We want to break that secret out to everybody now because her videos have gotten just so damn good. In fact, as we were starting this particular hangout, she just put another one out and it was great. I mean, it's fantastic. So I did put her link to her YouTube channel in the video description right now. So before we go any further, we've got a couple dozen people watching. Take 30 seconds and go subscribe to her. We got to get her to 1,000 subs pretty quickly. And she's got about almost 500 now. So
how is an attention whore supposed to survive with 500 subs?
It can't be done.
It can't. It just can't.
You'll be starved to death. You have to have.
I will. I'm already wasting away.
So as you can tell, AO is very confident in herself. She has a very high self-esteem and loves to have the attention. So I don't mind giving it to her because she has quality stuff. Just the video she put out today was a video. Who's the person you did it on? I don't even want to know the name of the person, but give it the first name.
I called him Quasimodo, but he had a funky name.
We'll call him Quasimodo. Was it her or him or?
It was a him, but he spoke like a her. But
okay.
I can't really catch shit about that, so.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. We'll get into that topic later on because I'm still a little confused on that. You're going to have to help me out there. So you're an expert on that for the most part. You've had videos on that as well. I've watched, and they're really good. So, the video that they're good. No, they seriously are. I mean, I actually was impressed on how you actually explained things quite well. And like this last video, you just took down this person left and right. You were vicious. I mean, like mean vicious in a good way.
Well, I just don't like stupid, and I am a stupid myself. So if I can see you're stupid, you are being severely stupid.
Well, okay. So for those who haven't watched your video that you put out today, what was the topic? What was that person trying to get across? Because I found it to be just absurd.
Well, he was trying to say that white people, I'm assuming he was implying white Americans because he's American, but he used an example of a white South African woman should not be allowed to adopt black children because somehow adoption equals slavery. Essentially, he was saying he put pictures up in his video of a white woman with 2 black kids massaging her feet. So he was obviously trying to imply that. And in my mind, it's just stupid. These people live in some of the worst conditions imaginable, and you're telling kind-hearted, willing people to not help a child. And in my mind, it's fucking stupid, regardless of anyone's race involved.
He called it kidnapping.
He did. He outright called it kidnapping, adoption.
So his whole excuse me, his whole shtick is basically saying that white people should not adopt black people because he thinks it somehow culturally appropriate, or somehow not culturally appropriate, culturally eliminates the heritage of that black person, and then for some reason, he's placing the color of their skin over the needs of a child. I mean, isn't that what we're supposed to be fighting against in society nowadays? I mean, this child doesn't care. The child doesn't care whether there's black, white, green, purple, polka dot. It wants a home.
Exactly. And it's just massively ironic and massively hypocritical that this person does not see the racism in his own statements. And the only reason he doesn't see that racism is because he's black and he's a part of a community that says black people can't be racist. So he's not racist. He's just black.
Yeah, I get that. I get that a lot, actually. I've seen that every so often, that there have been various black people that for some reason put forth this narrative that black people cannot be racist. And I've seen it with the Black Hebrew Israelites, the ISUPK, whatever the hell that acronym is. I'll never get it right. What is it, Tony? Do you know what it is?
I have no clue, man.
ISUPKG
African Coalition for something that's something else with the other thing.
For Kingdom of Israel. But they think the same way. They think that a black person cannot be racist. And I think they're willfully being dishonest, because I don't think anybody can be that stupid to think that because you have a particular skin color, you cannot be racist. Anybody can be racist.
Yeah. Racist is a state of mind.
It is a state of mind.
I agree with you, Steve. One of the
because you're smart.
One of the arguing points they try to make is that racism is based on power, and because black people are underrepresented and have less power in America, for example, that means that black people can't be racist in America because they don't have the institutional power to back it up. But I think that institutional racism and generalized racism are two completely different things.
They are, absolutely. Institutionalized racism does exist. I'm not going to ever say that there isn't anything like that, or that white privilege doesn't exist. We were talking about that before we were on air. White privilege is a real phenomenon. If you have a black person and a white person in a certain neighborhood, that black person is going to usually get scrutinized more. And I'm hoping in the next decade or so that goes away. I'm hoping that my child and her children don't have to ever deal with any of those things. It'll be a thing of the past.
And but
it does exist now.
It does. I feel as though it does. I share that opinion, but I don't feel like making either side feel animosity towards the other helps race relations whatsoever. It just makes people feel some kind of hatred towards their fellow people. And let's be 100% real. It's going to be in one of my future videos, but you need white people in a white majority country to agree with you. And if you can't address these situations in a neutral way, those people are going to feel defensive because they feel as though you're addressing them.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't say it any better.
I think that's the narrative they have to put forth. I mean, I watched your video and I had not seen the original, so I have to keep that in mind. I don't know what the original person's video was like, except for what you showed, right?
Everything I showed was that whole video. It was a 2-minute video, so I didn't have to cut out any fraction of it. The whole video is represented in that, but I forgot to put the original link in. So as soon as I'm done in this Hangout, I will do that. You
should do that. That's good form. Even if you disagree with the people, you should always put the link to the original video.
I do with everyone else, because like I'm not trying to hide your stupidity. It's there on the internet for everyone to see.
Right. You don't want to hide it. You want to exploit it.
Yeah, it's more fun to share it throughout the masses.
Exactly. But I think it is part of their narrative because they don't have anything substantial to deal with. For example, I don't get into race realism on this channel. That's one thing we just don't generally discuss. And there's a lot of reasons as to why. But there are people that I know that do like to talk about that topic. But these people that promote these types of these positions that I think are indefensible, one of the things they have to put out is that certain things like, oh, well, black person can't be racist or something along those lines. Or just certain things that I can't for myself even understand. I don't know how a person can go through life thinking that because of a person's skin color, it somehow affects your entire way of looking at reality as far as one race being or more superior to another race. I don't get that. I mean, it's one thing to have.
We all have the
pride,
same
I
brain
guess.
matter. We all have the same brain matter, unless you've had an accident when you're younger. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's
we
really
all have the potential to be the same. We all have the potential to grow in the same way. Some
I'm not
people
going to
get
deny
retard their growth in that aspect. Some people flourish. You know.
I'm not going to deny that there will be some aspects in which Black people are unfairly targeted, like we've already brought up. But I don't feel that the problem is necessarily as bad as affecting every facet of your life.
Right. And I agree with you there.
Yeah.
And I think that people do overplay it, and I think that by overplaying it, it diminishes the actual racism that does take place. Because
let's be real, there are still fucking KKK Klan members. There are still Black Panthers. Like these race elitists, let's call them, still do exist in 2017. So why aren't we addressing those issues and addressing something as stupid as adopting a Black child?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah, I don't understand what this person's argument was. Why white parents can't adopt Black children? I mean, I find there's been no argument against that. There's just nothing I could think of to go, okay, what would be a good reason why a Black child that needs a home, that needs to be taken care of, with loving parents, should care about the color of their skin? I don't have any argument whatsoever I can even think of.
Yeah, well, they're not arguing to Angelina Jolie.
Well, actually, he brought up Charlize Theron.
My jokes are bad still. My jokes are still bad, Steve.
Yeah, it's still bad, Tony. Because if you watched it, because you didn't do your due diligence. I watched the video that she had today. So because he did bring up Charlize.
I've been stuck in flat Earth.
What's that, Tony?
I've been stuck in flat Earth. I can't get out of it. It's like a suction that's got me. I can't get out of it.
Just don't walk to the edge. You might fall off, and we don't want to lose you.
I know, right? Jeez, I can't. These people are so stupid. I'm sorry, I changed the subject.
I'm that's okay, but I'm avoiding the whole flat Earth crap for the most part.
Yeah, I know.
It'll be brought up sometime, but it just sucks you down this mental.
Yeah. I actually have a flat Earth response video today, so I'm delving.
No,
I will definitely watch that because I've been stuck in it the last month and a half. Steve knows I haven't been in the group for a while.
Yeah, Ao, don't you dare! Don't go down the flat Earth route. Once you start down that hole, you never get back out.
It's like a black hole; you will never escape.
It's like herpes; you can never get rid of it. Dang it!
Yeah, exactly. It'll stay with you forever. The things that you see, you can never be unseen.
Hello.
It's a deep stupidity. Midnight, what's up, Midnight? It's good to see you, man.
Well, I've been without a computer for more than a week, so. Yeah,
I couldn't imagine. Oh, jeez.
Well, good to have
you. Nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, let me introduce everybody. Yeah, Midnight.
Yeah,
hey. How many people do you know from the Great Debate? Not very many. You know Shannon.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, says hi.
I met Shannon outside of the Great Debate community, but other than having that debate about how you can justify a prejudice against homosexuality, I didn't even know those people. I just talked to them about it. Those are the only people I've spoken to in the community so far.
All right, we'll get you more familiarized.
Yeah, I just subbed to yourself.
There's a question I want to ask, but I don't want to be rude.
Go ahead, Midnight.
Never mind.
Dude, come on.
How insightful.
Yeah, don't pull back, man.
Question. The answer to that is maybe. Come on, ask a question, man.
Is she trans? That's what I was. I was trying. I wanted to ask without being rude.
I've never been asked that before.
I'm gonna, like, jump through the camera and rip your throat out. I don't care, but yeah.
It's not like psychotic.
I'm sorry.
That's great. Good times. Oh. Midnight. That's why we love it.
Yeah, trying to be offensive.
What was that, Ao?
Yeah, are you trans? Midnight?
No, I was just asking if you would. Okay, now I feel awkward. Thanks, Steve.
No, it's okay. I don't care. No,
well, hey, Ao, now you know how awkward I felt the first time I met you.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Because the first time I met Midnight, it was in a hangout with a bunch of stoners, and I was asking him how high he was, and he's like, "No, I'm not high. I just talk like this because I have a speech or I have a stuttering problem." I felt really bad.
It's always funny when you tell that story. It never gets
I
old.
felt so bad. I was like, but anyways, AO has videos on that topic if she wants to talk about it.
Yeah, all right, that's fine.
I'll definitely look at them.
But yeah, no. So the people that are in the live chat are going nuts right now because they're just like, "Who is this person? She's great. She's awesome. Love her." No, actually, they're just talking about something completely different. But no, they are subscribing to your channel. Are you watching the live chat? AO, do you bother to watch the live chat on these things, AO?
Not normally when I'm in a discussion because I like to engage, and if I'm reading the chat, someone will get me with something, and I won't have a defense.
Oh yeah.
That's good. That's actually that's actually smart.
Yeah, I got to read.
That definitely happens.
Oh yeah, it does. I got to read the chat, and I got to take care of the people in here.
I will definitely have a read of the chat once we are done.
Well, it doesn't save.
I know, but as long as I don't refresh the page, I can scroll up.
Oh, I can scroll back a little bit. Yeah. Oh, here's a really good question. We have this from RSC. He wants to know if DNA degrades in water. Just say no. All you got to do is say no, and you're in with cool people.
Wait, so you haven't?
I don't have a clue about the intricacies of degrading DNA.
Oh no, there's a specific reason why that question is asked, but I don't know if Steve wants to go into it.
Enough. She's passed the test. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to hear her talk to, or you to talk to G-Man and Ronnie. You need to have a debate with them. That would be great.
I think she's talked to G-Man.
You have?
I think so. Didn't you talk to G-Man before you?
I'm not sure. No, I don't think I have. I've been on his channel and I saw a discussion between Shannon Q and G-Man, but I haven't personally spoke to him. Sure. It's got an amazing name, though.
All right. Yeah. It's deep. Well,
he's a character. I gotta tell you, he's a strange one.
By the way, I
in a good way or a bad way, I guess. I don't know.
I do want to keep these hangouts smaller. Because people have asked for them, and I think they are better smaller. But since this is an open hangout, we can have as many people in as you want, up to 10. Come on in, especially the new people. There's a lot of new people in the Great Debate community. I don't know their names because they've messaged me, they left comments on videos. I don't recognize any of them. And so this is a good time for them to come in and say hi and introduce themselves.
Yeah, definitely. Come on in.
Come and join us.
Yeah, I was new.
Just don't mention agnosticism.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, why not? I gotta ask.
Because we'll be here for 5 hours. No, we've. Right. Neil and I have been through that ringer before. We had a very pleasant conversation about it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. I still didn't agree with him though, but it was pleasant.
But we're not trying to kill each other, so.
You wouldn't want to risk it, Steve. Be serious.
I've already said she's vicious. I wasn't kidding. I've watched her stuff. She does not hold back. I mean, she tells you the way it is. So, here's a good question. RC does want to know: are you agnostic like me?
Is that me?
Yeah,
I'm agnostic atheist.
Okay, so that's her position. That's what we were discussing. Yeah. So basically, she worships Satan and eats babies.
Pretty much. That's what I do on most days.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's in the same order, though. I think you eat the babies first, and then you worship
I kind of do them.
You got to marinate them.
Because I like to mix it up and have some diversity in my life.
Yeah, with some Chianti.
Hey, I got to recognize Duh Idiot in the live chat. And no, by the way, that is his name, Duh Idiot. So people listen to this video later on is like, well, that could be for anybody. No, it's Duh Idiot. I do recognize you, Duh Idiot.
Love the idiot.
And RSC, I'm not falling for your troll bait. I love you, brother.
What's up, RSC?
So what do you do?
Go ahead.
What do I do currently as work or on my channel?
Tell us
a bit of both.
Well, I make like social commentary response videos and like opinion videos and religious videos on my channel, and I put like streams that I've been in and stuff like that on there. And for work, I used to be a hairdresser, but my anxiety disorder developed physical symptoms, so I could no longer cut people's hair when I'm shaking like a leaf. So I'm currently trying to figure out what I should do with my life now.
She's got gray hair, you gotta admit.
Yeah.
I'm always
I
confused
couldn't
with
imagine
gray
being a
hair.
hairdresser either. Like the stress alone would kill me.
My hair is like stainless steel wool. It's long.
Yeah,
but it's just,
Steve, yours is getting out of control, buddy.
Yeah, it's way out of control. I don't know what to do with it. I need some
shave. You need to shave and cut your hair.
No, you need to get a VO5 leave-in oil treatment.
Exactly. No, that's dude. I've thought about that actually. Did that shit work?
I keep on being told you
never had long hair before.
Whatever.
No, don't mess with me.
I got a question for you, AO.
Sorry?
I have a question for you. You have to have some good either comment to read or something from a religious person. I know you got something good. Some contention you got with someone lately.
Oh, okay. So I made a recent response video to a guy, Preacher Joe or something like that. Pastor Joe. I don't know.
Pastor, yeah, we know who he is.
Religious name. And
I love it.
They were trying to justify slavery because the Bible says slavery. And it's like, you have to be severely lacking brain cells to really defend slavery in your religion, regardless of which religion it's in.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of that guy's name. The Geek Room always has him on. Pastor
Joe Locke, something Locke.
Greg Locke.
No, I've done a response video to Mr. Locke on another video. I'm speaking about another religious nutjob.
Okay, well, they're all the same. Jeez.
Oh, they all blend together. No, I've seen it. I can't think of the name then, but yeah. Well, who was the one? It was you did a video on Greg Locke, but that was on. Was it? Oh God. Refresh my memory.
How dare gay people ask for fucking cake? The
disgusting
creature.
Oh yes, how can I forget? It was discrimination against gays because a business that doesn't want to like make a gay wedding cake. As I've said before, and I told AO this very thing, when you have a business in America, you have to have certain things you abide by commerce, laws of commerce. One of which is you cannot refuse to do business with somebody on federally protected classes, which are sex, skin color, things of that nature. And so if you're in business, you do not have the right to say, I do not want to make a cake for you because I'm against gay marriage. That you don't have a right as a business person when you take that business license to do something like that.
Just like, if you want to be a bigot, just hide it at least. Do you know what I mean? Because of course, if you outright tell a gay person, we are not going to serve you, don't fucking cry about it to your fucking friends when the gay person sues you. That's your business.
For real.
Oh, speaking of that, maybe you don't know this, AO. There's $1 million lawsuit, I think, out there right now. What this was about was there was a gay couple that were getting wedding invitations made, right? And you're gonna be floored by this. So make sure you get some duct tape, wrap it around your head, because I'm telling you, there's gonna be white matter leakage. These people that made the print, the wedding invitations, instead of giving them the wedding invitation, sent them anti-gay literature.
What the fuck?
I am not making this shit up. I shit you not. It was in, like I said, I check the news every day. This was in the news.
What the hell did I just?
That's an easy case to win too. It's like they just handed them like $1 million. They're like, "Here's $1 million," pretty much. Good job.
Like, I want to be real 100 with you right now. Any religious person, feel free to discriminate on me. I want your money. Do it.
For real. I'll be whatever you want. Whatever the opposite is.
Hey, for $1 million, I'll be as fabulous as you want.
Yeah. AO's got a little ghetto in her too, huh? I like that. I'll be 100 with y'all.
See, this, I guess, not to spend too much time on it. This is why I cannot find myself ever being, like religious, because why would a God, create people like that just to punish them?
I don't know, because God works in mysterious ways. You're asking the wrong question.
Yes, that's the answer.
Well,
I've heard. Yeah, that bullshit. Anyways,
if you're Calvinist, God's already predetermined who's gone to hell anyway. So why did He create anybody to begin with?
Exactly.
Right?
I have yet to figure
mean-
that one out.
Witness, there's only 140,000 going, so I don't know why they even go and advertise.
Oh, by the way, Steve, I was actually watching a few videos from the Holy Kool-Aid today. Good stuff.
Holy Kool-Aid's awesome. He's actually
Yes.
starting.
I've heard of the Holy Kool-Aid.
Are you subscribed to Holy Kool-Aid, AO?
Maybe. I've subscribed to so many like recent people that I'm finding it hard to keep track.
Yeah, we're
Let me
spreading
have a
her
look.
around quite liberally here, so we're exposing her to all kinds of different things.
Yeah, I am subscribed and I'm notified.
She's getting like notifications like in her email box, like I get like 100 an hour kind of thing.
Oh my god, I'm getting close to
Wait,
that.
I'm not kidding. You do when you have a lot of videos and stuff like that, you get a shit ton of notifications. I actually turned them off today. I've really got to the point where I'll accept the email ones, but I was getting so many notifications on my desktop from Facebook and other sources, and every time I would be talking to somebody in a Gmail instant message, you know how it's in the lower right hand corner? Well, that's where those damn things pop up. And Dave, you're getting a feedback background.
Yes, sir. Steve, you're breaking up for some reason.
That was Dave.
Well, I'm sorry, I had to hit and run, guys. Nice meeting you. I got to
Hi,
take my
Tony.
daughter to
Thanks,
Michael's.
buddy.
She
It's
wants
nice
to do
meeting
some
you,
arts
too.
and craft stuff. Yes, definitely.
Bye.
I sub to you, so I'll be watching some of your stuff. Expect
Do you
me in the
make
comment.
videos?
Yes, I will
Okay,
be.
I'll sub to
looking
you
out.
as soon as this is done. Thank you.
Oh, whoa! Do I make videos? I wouldn't say they're really
Let's go
great
no on that one.
videos, but I've put my face on a video before. We'll just say that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. Yes.
Well, I mean, I have videos.
Not like you guys.
You know,
All right,
I've
guys, I gotta
done-
go. Bye.
But I've done streams and videos before. I have a channel. You could just you could be my 123rd or 4th.
And just to let you know,
I'm
the
so special.
Holy Kool-Aid is starting a new podcast with Rachel Oates and Rationality Rules. Steven.
I love Rachel Oates.
I love
She's
Rachel Oates.
awesome.
She's awesome. Yeah, Rachel is amazing. That's gonna be in
Yeah.
February. They're gonna be kind of, hopefully we're gonna try to work with them a little bit. We don't want to be their competition because we'll just smash them. But no.
By the way, Steve, I still have to watch you. I still have to watch your The Non-Sequitur podcast.
Did you watch it?
Because I actually want to see. Well, no, not yet. Because I saw the preview where Kent Hovind was talking to. I think he's a biologist, and he seemed kind of rustled.
Yeah, he got upset. He was
I don't
actually.
know.
He got really flustered. Somebody just asked in the live chat when the Non Sequitur show starts. It already did. The Non Sequitur podcast is on iTunes and we're on Google Plus, or excuse me, Google. Was it Google Play? That has been authorized, so you can go to Stitcher. If you're on Android, we're going to be on iTunes and Google Play. You can go download it there. Also, I put the video with the presentations on the Non Sequitur channel. It's already got almost 800 views so far. I'm almost got 200 subs on that channel. So
Nice.
yeah, not bad in just a couple days. You know how many downloads we've got from our podcast already? I'll give you a hint. The average for a new podcaster is about 20 to 30 downloads. That's considered decent. Because there's
nice.
over 100 new channels a day coming out on iTunes. So how many downloads do you think we had on that particular debate so far? Take a guess.
30? 100?
Higher.
200? I don't know.
We had about almost 250 when I last looked.
Damn.
Well, hey, congratulations.
So that was pretty good. It was clunky. Kyle did a little intro. It was a little clunky, but it's still really good. We had a nice little banter. We're going to be working on different things. We'll get it. That was our trial run, so we'll get it. Oh, you're going to be on? Are you going to be on Apologia next week, Ale? Or
Yeah,
something?
I should be on Apologia sometime in the recent future, but he's got a lot on his plate right now. So whenever he gets around to it, I will be there.
Well, you should feel special because I have never been on Apologia. I won't be ever on Apologia, only for the fact that I'm not special enough or intelligent enough to be on Apologia, and I'm quite fine with that.
Oh no, it was positive discrimination. It's because I'm a tranny. They thought, oh, okay, she can talk about gay things.
So I'm a cisgender white heterosexual male, therefore I have really nothing to add to any conversation, I guess. Fuck me.
Sorry, but no, bitch, you're so 1960s.
I'm telling you, I need a little bit of gay in my life, I think. How did that work?
Be careful, Steve.
I mean,
you shouldn't want to go there.
wait, who was it? Wait, no, seriously, who was it that said that like people go to prison, they come out gay? I read a quote like that just recently. That's so I think it was Rachel Oates that had some really funny quotes. Maybe it was somebody else, but they actually one of the quotes was, "People go to prison, they come out gay." I'm like, I don't think that's how it works.
No, it doesn't.
Okay,
but aside from the Holy Kool-Aid, I got introduced to what was it? 43. What was it? I forget, but it was 43 Street something or whatever. I don't know.
For what? Oh, it's Ben Carson who said that. Oh, thank you, Baron von Quipley. Thank you. I have a smart audience. That's why they watch this stuff.
Ben Carson, is that the black guy that's in politics in America?
That is the black neurosurgeon politician who thinks the Earth is 7,000 years old. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know how anybody can have that level of cognitive dissonance where you're a neurosurgeon and you basically have said that the entire foundation of biology is wrong. I don't get it.
It's just so delicious, the amount of irony that comes out of these people.
Shannon's trying to get my attention in the live chat. She's at work, by the way, else she would have joined us. Yes, Shannon, you have my attention in the live chat. Are you trying to help me become gay or something, Shannon? What's going on?
How would that work? Shannon is a sexy woman that has a boyfriend. I don't really think that's how gay works. I might be wrong though.
Yeah, Shannon, I don't think you're well equipped to help me turn gay because you're kind of hot. So.
I know. I mean, I don't want to like.
Well, I mean, I don't want to like go too much. Shannon's like, oh my god, she's.
All right, I guess, yeah. You don't want to go too much, but at the same time, okay, I guess kind of hot is in the middle. I don't know.
I wrote her wiki. Do you want me to put that in there? Super hot. Oh, by the way, we have to get AO a wiki page. So, AO, have you seen our wiki page yet, AO?
I feel like I need a wiki page.
You do need 1 minute. No, I actually wrote Shannon's wiki page. Yeah, on the.
Yeah, I read Shannon's wiki page.
Oh, RFC says if you want to turn gay, Steve, go get General Han Solo. That's not a bad idea. He's good.
Wait, hold on. Is he? I don't know. Is he?
No, General. No. He's get some pretty fine-looking chicks. Let me tell you.
Or just get arrested for having weed, and then you can turn gay pretty easy.
Girl, I'm in California.
I'm
in California. You're so
well, that's good for you.
It is legal here, man. Oh yeah, we don't have to worry about that shit now. And I don't smoke it anyways, but whatever.
I do.
I would have never tell.
Oh, okay. My girl.
How could you? I'm
that's good.
Super sober in my videos.
You want to see AO fun? Have her drink straight vodka. It's killer. It's great. It's great. Look at that. She knows what happens. Yeah. The truth comes out.
I live in Jersey.
I've never drunk straight vodka on the internet, so you don't know how crazy I can get.
See, I told you she's vicious. There's a dark side.
Well, I mean, being crazy and being vicious are different things, Steve.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, thank you, Midnight.
Oh, by the way, Dave, I can't unmute you. You have to unmute yourself. I don't have godlike powers like that.
Why is your camera flickering? I noticed the camera is kind of flickering.
Mine?
No, nobody's flickering.
Yes.
She's got a high definition camera, actually. It's actually quite clear.
There we are. Does that work?
There we go, Dave. But you still have a little bit of echo.
I guess it's just my phone. Never mind. My phone sucks.
Dave, you got echo.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Well, the echo is when you hear it back. Are you wearing headphones?
No, because headphones can't come from cows.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, when we talk, we hear it.
What?
And humans produce humans.
I'm on Hovan withdrawal.
Hey, Brian Stevens just mentioned that the Geek Room just cleared 1,000 subs. Good job, guys. Dave, I can't take the echo though.
Okay.
You need to find some headphones.
already. I will give that a shot.
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
I'm gonna mute you because it's so loud. I'm sorry. Yeah, everybody in the live chat's losing their mind. Too much echo, 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 echo. So resolve that.
That's how Steve passively says he's losing his mind.
Yeah, well, echo drives me nuts. I can't take it.
I know.
I don't like to hear the sound of my own voice sometimes, and especially when I'm talking. But I do occasionally go back and watch some of my old videos. Let's see here. What else is going on in the live chat here? Yeah, so anyway, the Geek Room did get 1,000 subs, which means they will retain their monetization, which is a new rule that YouTube just came out with, I guess. You have to now have 1,000 subs and over 4,000 watch hours in a 12-month period. Well, my other channel, the Great Debate Community channel, only has 800 subs. So we need to help, please. I'm asking. We don't need to, but I mean, I'd like you to find me 200 more subs on that channel.
Let me just check under my sofa. I'm sure I can get them for you.
You can't even get 200 more for yourself.
Bitch, please. if I just released a porno, I could have them in a minute.
I don't think that's allowable on YouTube. I think that's a different platform. And then again, I've seen some pretty crazy shit on YouTube, let me tell you.
I say we give it a shot.
Hey, there you go. Now it's not echoey, Dave.
That's because I'm not up someone's hole.
So wait. So let me clarify. Do you want AO to make a porno and you want to be up somebody's hole? I mean, that's kind of changes the whole dynamic of this particular hangout here. Not judging though, just saying. My live chat is cringing right now, so bad. And we're sober too. What do you think happens when we've been drinking?
Well, let's put it this way, Steve. I'm a virgin to this. This is my first time.
You have not been in a hangout here, have you, Dave? You just stay in the live chat. Well,
because I didn't know how to do it before.
Yeah, I know you've been trying to. I mean, I remember you've been mentioning that you've been trying to get into a hangout. So, hey, I popped your cherry.
And I'm the one going over the deep end.
Hey, I don't judge. You know, I popped. Well, AO, unfortunately, she's been in other hangouts, but this is her first time in the Great Debate community. So she was ecstatic about this.
My cherry as well.
Yeah, she was tweeting it all over the place. I'm going to be in the hangout with Steve.
I tweeted it once. Deflate your ego, babe.
You know what? We all need attention sometimes. So. But did you watch any AO stuff? Have you seen her videos? Just out of curiosity. Or you remain really quiet on the issue? He's agnostic on that particular question. Dave?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. My parrot was trying to remove my headphones.
Have you watched any AO's videos?
No, I have not.
Okay. Have you subscribed to her yet?
No, I have not.
At least you're honest. I'm going to kick you out now. No, I'm just kidding. Go take 2 seconds and go subscribe to her. Oh, Emperor Atheist is in the live chat.
Let's not peer pressure people. You can check me out in your own time.
Oh no! I command, they obey. That's how it works. That's what everybody says. Steve's the leader, or G-Man calls me the president of the Great Debate community. I don't even know what the hell that means. He said it more than once too. So, EO, EA, you want to come in with EO? AE can come in with AO. There we go. And then we can get like, let's see, DA, which is deflating atheism. And we can get EA, escaping atheism. We can just have like a whole thing of simple names kind of thing.
Well, this is actually very cool because you got a whole bunch of new people.
We've been trying. We've actually have, I would say, a couple hundred new people that have come in recently as far as commenting to videos, not necessarily joining the G Plus community, but extending beyond the G Plus community. We've had a lot of interactions with people.
Yeah, no, hey, I'm thrilled to participate any which way, I can. I love your channel, Steve, and I subscribe to the Non Sequitur channel already. I can't believe that I missed the Hovine debate when that was live.
But you didn't. No, you didn't. It wasn't live. A lot of people don't realize that was not a live debate.
Oh, okay.
That was pre-recorded.
With
nobody missed anything. I would have announced it.
Because with like King Crocoduck with KC and everybody else, debating Hovind. Damn, that was like a major event.
Oh yeah, and it was exceptionally good. We'll be having more of him. Yeah.
I still say Kent should really. You got to get an IRS tax examiner to debate him. That's the only thing that really sets him off.
Well, we do have somebody who knows about that a lot. Robert Beatty has been trying to get him to do that forever, but unfortunately, Kent won't do it.
Funny story. I got the attention of Matt Slick last week by accident. I sent him a not too kind email, and someone sent me back a video that he read it on his radio show. So I'm just glad to tweak him a little bit, because I called his stuff not who's not there. He just drove me nuts. Anyway,
yeah, I've been trying to get Matt back for a while. He's been in it before, but I was trying to arrange something with him with Shannon Q. Would have been interesting. I thought Matt Slick and Shannon Q.
Is Max who's Max?
No, Matt.
Matt. Oh, sorry.
He is the Joel Osteen of the Calvinist Church.
I don't know who that is.
Matt Slick is a Calvinist presuppositionalist who thinks the earth is young but doesn't really have any evidence to support it. He has such very bad argumentation to the point of it actually being laughable. He's a nice guy, and I'm sure he knows the Bible exceptionally well. He's educated as far as theology, but as other subjects, it's just hilarious. And so people tend to mock him occasionally because he just says some really, really stupid stuff.
I just like how he hates everybody. Catholics, homosexuals, Lutherans, whatever. Wow. And there's only 33 or 38,000 people going to heaven, and he's been elected as one of them. And he hates
he's
Mormons.
Not going to say he's going to hell. He doesn't. He just doesn't get into that special few.
Well, he thinks he's an elite, right? He's elected. That's what, not elite, but elected.
So what kind of electoral system do they have to go to heaven?
Jesus.
Oh, okay, simple.
He's a super delegate. He can, kind of.
Did you ever see him debate Ken Hovind? It's hysterical.
What, Matt Slick?
Yes.
No, oh, did I?
Yeah, Matt Slick and Kent, they went at it because Kent is saying that anybody can, just find Jesus and go to heaven. And Matt's like, no, you can't. And
I'm trying to remember that. I thought I've seen them all, but I don't recall that one off the top of my head.
Oh yeah, you can just go to YouTube, just type in Matt Slick and Kent Hovind, and it goes for an hour, and they literally get angry at each other. It's beautiful.
Oh, I love when self-righteous people get angry at each other.
Yeah, right. It's point counterpoint for idiots.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. Point counterpoint for idiots. I'm going to use that.
I'm going to use that. Sorry, but I'm not original.
Yeah, we steal everybody's stuff. That's all we do.
Yeah, Matt Slick is definitely a character. I mean, his own daughters.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's
yeah. Matter of fact, that's when he stormed out of that Mormon debate when someone from the audience said, "Hey, Matt, why is your daughter an atheist?" And he lost it.
Yeah. But I bring family members. I mean, it's just.
Fair enough. Sorry, just came to mind.
It's just only because I didn't know where you're going to go with that. Because I mean, obviously we know her profession is and stuff like that. But
I wasn't going to bring that up. But okay.
But anyways, hey, we got Psychopath Atheist in the live chat. I watched Psychopath and Emperor Atheist have a really, really amazing conversation on Psychopath Atheist channel the other day. If you have not watched Psychopath Atheist channel, go check it out. He's another person that's criminal.
I love Emperor Atheist channel. He has some really good videos, and I've seen him in some collaboration videos that I've really liked.
Yeah, no, Emperor Atheist knows his shit. He's really knowledgeable of this stuff, which is kind of funny because G-Man the other day had me calling him out kind of thing, and he wanted me to act as the middle person between him and Emperor Atheist, which I was happy to do. And I even asked G-Man, he even noted this in his video the other day, in his hangout. I said, G-Man, do you really want me to tell Emperor Atheist that? He's like, yeah, that's what I want you to say. Okay, fair enough. And I told him, hey, this is what G-Man says. I'm just repeating it. I'm just the middleman. I asked him if that's what he wants to say. But I don't think G-Man knows how much Emperor Atheist actually really does know.
And I don't think G-Man realizes I only live 20 miles from him. That would be fun.
Go have lunch. Yeah.
Lunch? Well,
go Starbucks together and talk about the universe.
Let's put it this way. I do have a carry permit. Even then, you're not safe where he lives.
I don't know his area.
Let's put it this way. Picture Haiti uncivilized.
Oh, like the whole shithole thing?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I was on Operation Shithole all week. It's one of the things I do. But by the way, I classify myself as an atheist, but I don't know. There's a million different definitions out there. My thing is,
whatever you want to call yourself, nobody gives a shit anymore. We've been
okay.
Did that seriously just come out of your mouth, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. You're growing as a person.
No, that wasn't my argument. That was other people's arguments. Other people wanted to change how things.
Well, the humorous part is I spent the first 20 years of my life trying to become a Roman Catholic priest, so I've been through it.
Yeah, I've always said, call yourself what the fuck you want. Just don't call other people what stuff what they're not. That's all my argument ever was.
And dogs do not make cows. Okay, that's it. I don't care what you say.
That's only because you never.
You just wrecked evolution in a sentence.
Oh, gotta love that guy on some level. Hey, Steve, has Eric ever come on your channel?
Yes, twice.
He has.
Well, he's been on my channel once, and he went on. Who else was it? It was Chucky Darwin's channel. But I was on that feed with him, so yeah.
Now I gotta look that up, or if you can.
Isaiah Sloan, he has a channel. He goes by Chucky Darwin.
Well, no, I want to see when you were speaking with him, because I'd like you to debate Kent again, because you correct. I still remember that very old one where you corrected him 3 times with the carbon dating seals, and he says, "Oh, I'm gonna, my stuff is old, and thanks for bringing it to my attention." And of course he hasn't changed anything.
If you watch the podcast or listen to the podcast, go download it on iTunes, go find it under the Non Sequitur Show. At the very end of that podcast, I actually tell him that I will be happy to again have a conversation with Kent one-on-one in regards to his scientific claims coming from his 9th edition Creationist Handbook. He said fine. He generally only wants to debate people with PhDs, and I understand kind of.
Well, he really likes you. You're very kind to him. And everyone says, why don't you go for the jugular? And it's like, no, that's a gold mine. You want to be able to have that in with him. That'd
be I know that'd be watched. I mean, that would be one of the biggest debates of all time with Kent, in as far as this.
I still think the biggest cluster.
I know he's been trying to. I know he wants to have that discussion with me.
I still think this was almost on the level of cruel, and I believe I was the one that suggested it, where he debated Mr. ID.
That was a cluster. Don't ever do that again.
that was oh my God, that was, well, first of all, you with Mr. ID, when I saw that, I'm like, okay, this is an acid flashback. And it's just like, it was just phenomenal. I've watched it a couple of times. And
was that my discussion with Mr. ID?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I suggested, okay, you got to put Kent Hovind with Mr. ID. And I watched that. And Kent, it's just like, he didn't have enough. Someone's breathing heavy into the microphone, or, this computer hasn't evolved, whatever. He's just like, Kent was just totally lost. and it was like
he couldn't handle it.
Oh man, you couldn't even write that stuff. That was
That's the funny
beautiful.
thing. You can't write this stuff. I mean, you know, it's funny you brought that up, Dave. And I know we're taking quality time away from AO, but she can wait. You could see her trying to feed her. She needs that attention. It's almost that. No, we'll get back.
No, I was just checking my shit, bitch. Don't try and
Check your
pass,
shit. Wait, isn't
pass
that
that
wait,
on
wait.
to me.
Now, when you say in America, when you say check your shit, that means you need to like back the fuck up. That's what it means.
Yeah, well, check your shit, Steve.
Okay, is that what it means over there too?
No,
Then the
I was
language
just like
barrier.
checking my
We speak-
stuff,
We speak
essentially.
English here, and we spell things without a U, so that might confuse Brit. You know? So now I lost my train of thought. Oh yes, so it's the thing about writing themselves. We actually on our last podcast, which will be up tomorrow, we're doing the editing tonight. We had comedians on. We had Steve Lesser, who was the owner of the Idiot Box and the person in charge of the Ultimate Comic Challenge. This is like their 10th year. Very famous, you know, comedy that all comedians know. We had him and a couple, Tony Deo and a few other people on, or they're scheduled to be on. We're gonna have them on next week, actually. But one thing we were talking to Steve with off air was on the Great Debate Community. We found out he has a PhD in neuroscience, and he was fascinated by some of the stories we told him. And he's like, we need to start having we need to do a comedy based on science because this shit is hilarious. You cannot write this. It writes itself. So we are going to try to be with this guy Steve, who's a very, very well-known comedian in the business. We want to help him get material from the Great Debate Community. How awesome would that be?
Yeah, it's like combining the Sopranos and the Ice-Capades. They
It'd be
just don't go.
It'd be awesome, dude. Though, I mean,
absolutely.
The problem, and I tried to explain to him was that you have to develop the joke in a way that somebody who's not very scientifically minded still gets the joke, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, that's kind of any humor. You need it to be as broad as possible so everyone can get in on it.
Right, exactly. And that takes a skill to be able to write that. I don't have that particular skill set, but these guys mainly do. So we are definitely connecting with them, and they're going to be promoting us. They have a huge venue. His wife is actually a newscaster for, I can't remember her station, but she has a video that has like 12 million views. She does a video rap about traffic. So they are a power couple, and they're promoting us, and we have a couple other new people coming in that's going to be promoting the GDC. We're still going to be in an article in Beverly Hills Lifestyle Magazine. Yes. We still have the owner of Beverly Hills Lifestyle Magazine coming in. He'll be giving us about an hour of his time. That's going to be awesome. I mean, that guy is that, ever heard of Lisa Vanderpump? You guys know who she is? Beverly Hills Housewives.
I've heard of the name, but I can't put my finger on where I've heard
British,
it from.
You probably want to know.
Vanderpump Rules, baby. How could you guys not hear Vanderpump Rules?
I don't watch it, but I know of it. But this is her boss. She's the editor of Beverly Hills Lifestyle Magazine. He's the owner and founder, and he's coming in. So if we can get him and it works out great, then we have access to maybe other celebrities that he interviewed Nicole Kidman not too long ago. Obviously, he knows Lisa Vanderpump very well. So if we can do a great interview with him, we're going to be set for life, I think. So that's going to be amazing. Did you watch? By the way, MP, what?
Let's hope.
Yeah, let's hope. Well, it's nerve-wracking when you're doing these podcasts. You obviously aren't doing it live, so that's one thing that's great. But you don't know these guests. I know everybody in my hangouts. I know a little bit about their personality. I know what they can take as far as a joke. I don't know when it comes to a guest, and so you have to kind of be a little bit more confident, and you have to be a little bit more mindful of what you say. But MP, did you watch the Hovind debate?
No,
I was asking MP here.
I watched part of it, but it's because I was trying to play the creation bingo, but then it was just like at the point it was like I've heard this stick before. It's like you know what I mean?
It depends on your bingo card. I actually had a bingo card on my Facebook. I think it was 5 that he got.
Yeah, but Hovind is like a fart joke. It never gets old.
I did my obligatory laugh with his, we'll just wait for it devolves when they had computer problem stuff,
Yeah, but there was no breathing heavy. Someone's breathing heavy here and whatever.
No, his mic sucked for a while. I actually edited out quite a bit. There's nothing to really change the narrative, but we had a lot of him not working too well on his mic, so we had to wait for him to F5 numerous times. I cut a lot of those out. I left a few in.
I mean, the SpongeBob routine is new, but he's been clinging on to that, about his broken air conditioner in the car, and I watch his videos, every day about him putting people to work at Dinosaur Adventureland, and it's just like, if you got a hammer, come on down, we'll put you to work.
No, if you have a hammer and you accept literal creationism.
That's true.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. People that were asking before, the link to come in is in the Great Debate Community page. You just go find Great Debate Community. If you know what, I will put the link in so people stop asking. I'm putting the link to join in the video description itself right now.
That's
so all you gotta do is refresh your page. I don't give a shit about. Yeah, we can be sniped. We can start another one. AO's got all night to do.
And Steve,
right,
also, for video virgins like me, as a first timer, I already know to turn down my radio, so to speak. But the headphones things is the headphones things or whatever. It's just like it's my first hangout, and hey, I'm just doing it off of.
Don't worry about it, man. Everybody when they first come in has some issues. It's just Google. All right, I just put the link in the video description. Refresh, and it'll show. I will mind the outside chat just in case for snipers if we need to, but other than that, I really don't care.
No, it's just funny because I'm watching this on an 80-inch, 4K TV, and I just looking at my parrot holding that light bulb is just freaking hysterical to me.
I know, I keep laughing at it as well. It's so cute, and I can hear your parrot in the background chatting away.
He's actually dealing with some empty prescription bottles that are allegedly childproof, but they're not parrot-proof. He goes right through them. Yeah, his name is P-Brain because everyone calls theirs, Einstein, genius, or whatever. And
you got a dumb parrot?
No, he's got quite the vocabulary. And I don't want to get him going because things will be. Well, let's put it this way: he binge watches The Sopranos and The Three Stooges, so he's got quite a vocabulary.
So the gig room is live. They're stepping on me, little bastards. I'm never going to promote their shit again. No, I'm just kidding. I guess I got to put their links into the video description as well.
Now, didn't you just do a podcast or a hangout with G-Man recently? I've been busy. I haven't gotten around to it yet.
I didn't. Shannon Q did, and it went exceptionally well. Shannon Q has a very pleasant way of talking to people, and she wanted to get to know not just the people that we all associate with, but she wanted to get kind of the other side as well. And I said, well, why don't we just have them talk to you? And so we came up with a little thing called "Let's Talk About You" with Shannon Q. I think
those I've been watching, and that's why I think someone like Kent, no matter what he thinks about women, but I would love to see a debate between him and Mary Schweitzer. I really,
Mary Schweitzer wouldn't waste her time.
Yeah, that's.
And if I ever get Mary back, I want to make sure it's on something important because she really enjoyed herself. I know she liked this. And that was one of the best hangouts that I had. Matter of fact, we have a meme out there that needs to be circulated more of Mary Schweitzer's quote when she was in here because it was just so good. Did you remember it? It was about.
Oh, absolutely. And Paula Gia used it in one of his, videos, and it's like she comes right out and says, "Hey, look, what they're claiming I found, I didn't find. We it was great. It was really great. But I think the most important thing she said was science is not in the business of proving things. It's in the business of disproving things. And that stuck with me. That's a great line.
Yeah, well, and she was right on. And she also, said to the younger creationists, you need to stop with this whole young creation stuff, there's more important things like feeding cats. That's more important than even. And somebody in the slide chat just said, "Yeah, I caught this too." He said, "Who was this that said that?" When Hovind was talking about Baraminology and the word Baraman coming from the Hebrew.
Oh
and
God,
Hebrew, but Silhouette had mentioned in the live chat. That was hilarious. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. Does anybody know the story on that? What is Baraman? I looked into Baraminology before. I've never seen it relating to Hebrew. Maybe I'm wrong, but I was like, I don't think
no, that's where Kent goes Calvinist, because he'll take this and I think he just goes to Google Translate and he puts that word in and has it translated to Hebrew, and then he says, "See, it exists."
Oh, get out. Get out.
Steve, I can't put it any
No
other way how you can connect those dots outside of that, and I wouldn't put it past him.
I don't. Oh my God! I wouldn't even know how. What? Okay.
Yeah, you could take a word, okay,
Yeah.
put it in Google Translate and have it translated to Hebrew, and Kent can proclaim his revelation from God told him to do this, and
I just wonder
that's the only way I can put it together.
You guys talk. I'm curious here.
He's trying it.
From English to Hebrew. I don't see Hebrew on here. Wait, there it is. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what it says in Hebrew and I'm going to try to retranslate it and see what it does.
There you go.
That's what I want. So it comes to in English.
Asshole.
Sucker. It does actually translate to Baraman, but that doesn't really mean anything because that just Hebrew is a literal phonetic thing, right? Isn't it? So, but that doesn't mean Baraman is an actual word. But I don't know.
Maybe somebody Jewed it down.
I'm Jewish, but I don't speak Hebrew, so. Oh, Silhouette says it's a creationist term. It's a combination of two Hebrew words. Okay. That might be a little different, so.
But are they the same kind?
His whole argument was literally humans produce humans, therefore evolution's false.
It doesn't. I mean, it's just like it amazes me to have. I mean, Dr. Mesa, he's doing his thing. He's laying it out on a slide, and Kent is just like running into the same brick wall over and over again. It's like, if you want to talk about cognitive dissonance, I'd swear someone clipped that cord between the left and right brain, and it just, one does not communicate with the other. It just hits that brick wall.
Well, he didn't know what we were talking about. I asked him. I even
not a clue. He didn't have a clue.
I knew exactly what Dr. Mays was talking about, and I had said, okay, let me kind of rephrase it. Maybe I can try to make it explain it easier. And even me re-explaining it to Kent, he wasn't getting it, and I want to make sure that I was right. I was like, Dr. Mays, is this correct?
Now,
yes.
Do you really, Steve? Do you believe deep down that Kent actually believes his shit, or he just has to because this is how he makes a living?
I think that he has gone so far deep in the rabbit hole that I think he probably still believes it, but doesn't really care one way or another. He's
I think that he actually is a he does believe it, but he's also gotten into the money part of it so much that he's like, wow, I can make a really good killing on this stuff.
Right. Now Eric is a little bit questionable. I don't know what he believes. By the way, Prepper, welcome back.
Oh, thank you. I finally finished some work, so I had some time, so thought I'd jump in for once.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're busy. I mean, we get a lot of people that are busy, so I understand. We don't have a lot of these open hangouts that much. I've been trying to keep this channel mostly for guests, big name guests, and have people watch kind of stuff. But we got to have an open hangout every so often. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when we had more of them in the past couple of years, and previously, some of them just turned into complete shit shows.
Yeah, this is 2018. I'm not about the shit show and the drama shit.
It's a new year and it's a new Steve.
You know what? You can sing that.
That's sexy, Steve.
It's a new year. It's a new day.
By the way, anti-ordinary. I just watched your Godless Cranium vid, or the vid with the Godless Cranium. I love that. That was good. And,
thank you. Someone met two random people with like 3 subscribers combined made responses to it, and it was so hilarious. I felt famous.
I'm telling you right now, I'm making predictions that Shannon Q and AO by the end of this year will be superstars.
Yeah, well.
And bitch, don't let it go to your head, because remember your roots. Okay?
I think Shannon
YouTube doesn't change.
Shannon hasn't even uploaded one piece of just content, a video, etc. And she's got like equal subscribers to me. So it's like I think Shannon's on the path to superstardom.
Well, I think what Steve is trying to tell you is don't get comfy, because there is Dumbass of the Year award or Dumb Fuck of the Year award.
Everybody's eligible. So yeah. So AO, no, let me tell you how good I am at predicting this. I said that Paulogia.
I like any award, so maybe.
Paulogia had 100. You know, he had 100 subs when he first got to this community. 100 subs, and I said he's going to be a superstar. Bill Ludlow, I said, was going to be a superstar.
Correlation doesn't equal causation.
But it's statistically significant if there's a continual pattern. So let's see if I can keep it up.
Well, let's hope. Hopefully that's me.
You know, I predicted so far.
If you get it right, you'll be 60. You'll be what 100%. But if you get it wrong, you'll only be at 66%. So.
Yeah, my third one will be it'll be a 2/3. If the next I've actually predicted 2 people, so it'll be half if they both fail.
How do you know that?
Math.
How do you know that?
Basic math.
No. Well, and is that a truth statement?
Darwin's
DNA. It's a good platform that Steve has created here. I love it. I mostly just watch. Initially, a couple of years ago, when he first started up, I would jump in a lot, but it's really grown. It's a great exposure, and if you just keep what you're doing, you are going to go. You're gonna get a lot of subscribers and a lot of views. So just keep doing what you're doing is all you have to do.
We have been at this a while, haven't we, man?
Yeah,
Steve, I've been watching you in your channel since it came out. I remember it was maybe only 300 or 400 subscribers. I remained silent in the background, unlike you probably wish I was doing now. But I followed it all the way because you've maintained my interest. It's great programming that you're not going to get anywhere else.
The fact that you say that, you have no idea how much that means to me. Because
don't make a messy on your screen.
Crying here, so give me a tissue. This is my emo time. No, here's the thing. Look, I don't have the creative content like Holy Kool-Aid and those guys have, right? They have video editing skills, and they're very, very knowledgeable, very smart people. I have to find my own niche, right? And my own niche is providing a channel or channels that have abilities to have amazing discussions with amazing guests, with both layperson and expert, where everybody's kind of treated about the same kind of thing. I obviously have to give certain dispensation to certain people because, when I'm interviewing a very famous person, there's a writer you have to abide by. It's just the way it is. But for the most part, anybody can come in and make an argument. I don't give a shit who you are, right? And that's what I want this channel to be, and the other channels, especially the Great Debate Community channel. Anybody can go be a manager. Anybody can run their arguments. And just have at it. And speaking of which, Michael, oh my God, here's a blast from the past.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh my God, Michael.
How you doing, Steve?
How you been, man?
Got a lot of stuff going on.
Dude, it's been so long, people don't even know the fuck you are anymore.
Well, that makes 2 of us. I mean,
you don't know who you are half the time, I know. For those of you guys who don't know, Michael is the most brilliant moron I've ever met in my life. I mean, we agree on everything. It's not like we have disagreements, but I don't understand half the shit he says because he's so damn smart. And he's a character, to say the least. So, right, Michael? That's a fair assessment, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I slung that at you one time. Like, man, it's the smartest dumb guy I've ever met.
Yeah, that's what you said. So,
right on. Well,
how's your painting coming along?
Working on a portrait for Supergirl. That's doing okay. I've got the thing that guy said, hey, you get a lot of exposure. And I thought, okay, so this documentary, I'm cooking eggs right now. This documentary's coming out. It's my documentary. It's not mine, but I'm the point of it. And I thought I should talk about it, or I should mention it, or I should at least put up the icon for it. Something as a
Yeah,
primer.
you can promote your shit. Cook your eggs first.
Yeah. I'll be back. I'm just
Make sure your eggs are perfect. I like to make sure my eggs are spot on. We're not going anywhere, dude. Go. Yeah, we're here. Don't worry. He's a little neurotic, but he's absolutely brilliant. So.
Oh, we had some great chats with him.
Oh my God! Back in the day. Shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny is a lot of people have been bringing up Nadia's room lately, like even Christian Calvinist, Christian anarchist who's a Calvinist. He just recently put a video out, something about with Nadia's room too, and I'm like, are people going back and finding Nadia's old hangouts or something?
Oh, that's what I wanted to bring up for you. Who was that? Extreme Calvinist or whatever? That's one of your best, Steve. I can watch that.
Calvinist.
Hyper Calvinist. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I hate to say it, but I really did obliterate that guy.
That was
bad. I believe he actually
it was called Righteous Mockery, Righteously Cruel. It was perfect.
He has not been heard from.
Oh, it was painful.
He's gone. He deleted his stuff. He's just gone.
Yeah, I think he just got fed up with just getting hammered with all sorts of shit.
When he found out that Aristotle himself argued against the law of excluded middle, I think his brain snapped.
Yeah, it was the same thing when Kent said to Dr. May, "How about you play one of my video seminars to your students?" I watched Dr. May. I watched his face turn red and recoil. It's like, holy shit. Not a chance in hell.
Yeah, not like, get a group of virgins together and make them watch Deep Throat. It wouldn't really be conducive to what,
Yeah. Speaking of virgins, someone was making a comment about, Muslims, they do what they do because there's 72 virgins waiting for them in heaven. And I said, well, what if all those virgins were nuns? Wouldn't you be fucked?
Yeah, that'd be
or geeks that live in their parents' basement.
Yeah, I mean, think about it this way: if a woman's gone her entire life and or something like that, and she's died, and she was a virgin her entire life, she's probably not very attractive to begin with. I'm not trying to be disparaging, but there's a correlation there, I would think.
Go ahead, right? Be disparaging. It works.
Ugly people, I guess, get laid too, but.
The quick question for the Muslims, though, are they like 72 virgins for the women too? Like, does that work in reverse?
It doesn't say.
They don't specify the gender.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in fact,
gamer geeks.
I think they misquote it too. I think they misinterpreted the translation. I think it's supposed to mean something completely different. But anyways, man, Pope Benedict, you have not been around in ages either. He's eating. Yeah. You can say hi.
I just want to know how the other guy's eggs are coming out. Man?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Is my microphone all right then?
Your microphone is fine, but as usual, we have no idea what you're saying because of your accent. I'm kidding. Yes, you're fine.
She'll be actually. She can understand me, can't she?
Yeah,
I can understand it too.
You guys are from different areas, though. I mean, aren't you Liverpool or something, Pope?
From Chatham. Rochester.
You from where?
Rochester.
Rochester, okay. And Ayo, what's your area of where you dwell?
I live just outside North London.
Okay, so you're more you're in the proper area, right? Is it
the real part of England? Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm joking. I'm such a bitch.
The posh area.
Hey, anti-ordinary.
I bet you actually been to the Queen's Palace many times, don't you?
What's been going on then?
Same shit. We don't have the open hangouts very often, and it's kind of a shame because again, I'm trying to take my channel in a whole new direction. We have a lot of really named people coming into the community, and so I wanted to elevate it up. But I realized that we still got to have these open hangouts every so often to just kick it and talk shit.
Yeah, I've watched some of the videos in it. Some of your, the other ones. Mary Schweitzer and all the other ones. Cool, man.
That was great. That was a great video, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just talked about that earlier. Yeah. But
it's a brunch today, Steve. It seems like it's a brunch time. Yeah. I don't know, Pope.
I'm doing all right, man. Yeah.
You know, well, guess what we're having for our next podcast? That's going to be on next week. We're doing cooking, and we have a couple of chefs coming on, and we're going to be talking about plating and hopefully I might be able to get somebody on. We're going to talk maybe about the chemistry of cooking and how.
Hey, Steve, if you want someone else for that, I was a ACF certified chef.
Well, there you go. If
used
you want
to
to be a
work
guest,
professionally, yeah.
I'm okay with that. What happened was we had a very special guest. He can't make it. We have a different chef, but if you have time, we'll be recording it Wednesday at 5 o'clock Pacific time.
Okay, send me a private message or a message and remind me.
All right, I'll run it by Kyle. I don't see a problem with that. If you want to be a co-host, I'm okay with that.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, you got skills.
I got some.
Yeah, so you're what kind of? I mean, you've been an executive chef.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I was an
so-
executive chef. I used to work at the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs, which is one of the few Michelin Rosette restaurants in the United States. I was
Nice.
sous chef de patisserie. I did all the breads and pastries there. So I
Oh,
took
you'll be
care of-
fine. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
What
And
we're
I
going to be
also-
talking about was
did restaurant consultations for a lot of 4- and 5-star restaurants in all the ski areas in Colorado.
Oh, I'm totally down for that. Yeah, I'm totally cool with having you as a guest, co-host, because we actually need a co-host for that episode.
Okay, well, yeah. Send me a message, man. I'll if I can jump in on it, I'd love to. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'll give you the name of the chef that he's not really a celebrity, but we'll give you the name of the chef that's actually coming on as a secondary. But it's going to be pretty important because I think excerpts from that particular hangout are what's going to be included in an article in the Beverly Hills Lifestyle magazine. So,
Well, isn't Mr. ID really good with eggs?
yeah, we should get into
Hey, you'd be surprised, man. Eggs can be some of the hardest things to cook for people.
I know it's one of the toughest challenges. Try to make one, soft boiled.
yeah,
But,
chicken
yeah.
eggs.
It's difficult.
When I used to interview a new line cook or a new chef, one of my tests would be, okay, cook me an egg.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm kidding because a 2-minute egg is 2 minutes, but cooking egg properly is an amazing skill.
Well, it's not just a skill, but when you watch them do it, you see their methodology and how they go about things in the kitchen, and you see how they pay attention to detail.
Well, I tell you what, I went to Denny's, or not Denny's, Caro's the other day with my daughter and her mom. It was
That's right, because Denny's doesn't allow homosexuals in, so you couldn't go.
I'm not. But yeah, I took my daughter out because it was I haven't seen her for a long time, so we went to go have breakfast, and I ordered the chorizo and eggs, and the eggs were poached, and they were hard boiled, and the chorizo was just disgusting. I was so disappointed.
most of those places don't do good food anyway.
It was
they're
crap.
just get them in, get them out. Yeah.
Yeah, hard boiled. A poached egg should not be hard boiled.
Well, you haven't
Oh, no.
lived until you've gone to Olive Garden and had bologna parmesan.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Ooh, that just sounds nasty as hell. I usually but I did go to Olive Garden once, and I swear to God, we got there late, and whatever we ate, it had been microwaved. And
Oh yeah,
I mean,
most of that's a problem with a lot of these like corporate restaurants. Half their shit in the kitchen is already pre-made, pre-packaged.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, no, a lot of it's
You're a
really
chef.
gross.
You
and
know that a
Olive
food that-
Garden is notorious for 5,000 calorie entrees.
You know, and I don't know the reason behind it, whatever breaks down whatever the bonds are. But when you microwave certain foods, it tastes different.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why
Yeah.
I love I'm sure people here have seen Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares,
Uh-huh.
and he sits down to have lunch and he's actually throwing up at the table. It's great.
Yeah, I know. I have gotten to the point where I can taste something and tell you it's been microwaved. I mean, I'm a horrible cook, but I've watched all these cooking shows. I love them. Top
Yeah, that
Chef
Kitchen
and-
Nightmares thing, that's actually kind of like the restaurant consultations that I used to do. I would go into a restaurant and redo it.
That's what that's what my partner does. That's what Kyle does.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
He actually is a chef. He is right now. His business is going in and changing the restaurant over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough job to do, especially if you got a really stubborn chef there or something. And it's not easy because then you got to fight tooth and nail with like the general manager, the front of house manager, the kitchen staff, the kitchen manager.
Oh, you guys have been getting along great. Yeah.
Oh God, it's a nut. Oh,
really
it's
like Kyle.
horrible. Yeah, but that whole Gordon Ramsay thing, that's over exaggerated. I mean, that's really media. That's really manipulated.
Oh, of course.
Of course. Yeah, of course it
It's
is.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Some of them are so bad though. Like I think I would throw a bitch fit if I went into somewhere and they had rat shit in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
my
I've
God,
seen it.
yes. Oh, so let's point out
Believe
Amy.
me, I've done a lot of work in kitchens, and I live in New Jersey. I'm 10 minutes away from New York, and you go in these kitchens. The only thing funnier than a New York kitchen is a New Jersey funeral parlor when they're shipping the bodies up from Florida because they can't bury people in Florida because of the water table.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's hysterical. It really is funny.
Yeah, the water table's quite high in Florida. It's not a lot of land there. Did you guys mention the live chat? Did you guys remember the Amy's Baking Company episode? VSRR83 had mentioned that it was legendary, and I'm like, oh God, that was one of the best things I've ever watched.
I've
That was
done
one of
restaurants
my
like that,
favorite
man.
Do you watch it, AO? It was brilliant. I mean, oh my
Might
God,
have
that
read
lady.
about it.
Watch it, Bomber, dude. If you have never watched a single episode of God damn it,
Amy's Baking Company.
yeah, but what's the name of the show?
Gordon Ramsay.
Kitchen Nightmare. Sorry, it was.
Oh, no.
She was the biggest bitch you've ever seen in your entire life. They got death threats. It was so bad.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't
was
just
that was the wasn't that the one that was like arguing with the customers like there's nothing wrong with it?
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
sticking your fingers in the
Delusional.
food and saying this is not
Oh my
cold.
God, yeah.
That's
It
what I see a
was like
lot of.
creationism only cooking edition.
Yeah.
It's
Again,
on YouTube.
yeah, and they even tried to do a revisited version of it to where they
Yes,
went
I
back
watched that
again.
too. They're out of business.
Yeah, but if you want some good ones too, actually watch the UK versions, not the US versions, because
I
there's
don't
some
watch
good
anything
ones from
UK
the UK versions of Kitchen Nightmares, the original ones.
My favorite show is out of the UK. Anybody know what that is besides AO?
Faulty
Spoilers.
Towers.
The Faulty Towers was more, but no.
Doctor Who.
Yes, there you go.
Doctor Who, all
Oh, I
right.
love Dr. Who.
All-time best show ever in history. Anybody says otherwise is just wrong.
Mine is A League of Gentlemen,
The series of the movie.
the series.
I vaguely remember that.
Oh,
I
it
watched
is dark, man. That is really dark series. I love that, and they're supposed to be coming out with a whole new series for that.
I have to watch it. I've watched other series. I like Faulty Towers. I've
As
watched
for
Light on Mars. Remember that?
Yep.
That was good.
as for sci-fi, my favorites I'd probably say Battlestar Galactica and Stargate SG-1 besides Doctor Who.
Yeah, those are good too. Oh, Chris. Oh my God, Chris in the live chat, dude. You're right. Black Mirror.
Oh,
Holy
my God.
shit. Oh, yeah.
I'm obsessed with Black Mirror right
Fuck, is that a good
Yeah.
show?
Where is that?
It's UK. It's on Netflix. It is the best show I think I've ever seen, or one of the
Really?
best.
Black Mirror?
Don't spoiler. I'm only in the 4th season, but I'm like I got like 5 episodes left to go. No spoilers, but oh my God, that series is so brilliantly just you look at humanity, you look at society, and go, "Fuck, we suck."
Yep.
I know. It's the only program that's made me feel genuinely kind of scared for the future.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
What is
I was
that?
watching
There's,
this
what
episode was
what is
kinda-
that other one on Netflix about that guy that gets forced into laundering money and he keeps on getting into more and more trouble? And
Oh, you're talking about I know the name of the series.
that was great. That was
Uh,
great.
He moves his family into the middle of nowhere.
Exactly. And he keeps on paying off the debts, and it's like, the people around him don't know what he's doing, and he's like, he's like the Gordon Ramsay of going in, or like another, Marcus
Ozark.
Lemonis,
It was Ozark.
Ozark. There you
Yeah.
go. That's it.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
I haven't watched it yet, but I do know of it. But I've been meaning to because I heard a lot.
Oh,
of people say
it's great. It really, it's great. And you have to
It's
sit
Breaking
through.
Bad.
you have to get through the first 20 minutes of the first episode because it's kind of like a Pulp Fiction thing where you don't get the order, straight right off the bat.
Did you guys like Breaking Bad?
Oh, I love Breaking
God,
Bad.
that was so good too.
I
That's a
never
lot of
watched
good
any of
stuff.
it. My dad
Yeah.
actually looks like the dude in it, though.
You've got to watch Breaking Bad. It is. You know what the best part of Breaking Bad actually was surprisingly not Breaking Bad. It was the video made afterwards of the alternate ending. That was 30 seconds of additional footage that changed the whole goddamn thing, and it was awesome. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but watch all of Breaking Bad and then go find the alternate ending, and you're like, whoa.
Steve,
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Steve, when you get a chance, you have to contact me privately so I can tell you what I do and who I work for.
Oh, you want some private time?
Well, no. We're going back to the gay thing. No. Just so I can tell you,
I'm working on it. I don't know how to do it.
What I do and who I work for, because man, I got stories.
No, I'm down for that. No, I like private time, but usually it costs people coins, gold coins. But that's on my other Chatterbait thing. Nobody laughed. Whatever. Yeah, people I think, oh my God, Steve on Chatterbait, boy, that would be just gnarly.
Is there something I should know about?
No, nobody wants to know about my Chatterbait channel. No, I tell you this. This is the truth. No, this is the truth. You're not. I do have I had a girl that's still on my Facebook page. We still talk frequently. She just had a baby. Known her for like 4 or 5 years now. Beautiful.
Well, you're on Facebook,
Russian.
so that means you're not straight. Okay, go ahead.
Facebook.
You knew a girl, so that means you're not straight.
She's all girl. I've seen all of her. She's definitely all girl. But I used to help moderate her on Chatterbait because she had asked me to. Because you basically, when you're on Chatterbait, you get all kinds of fucking weird shit. And so she had asked me if I'd moderate for her, and I was like, you do realize that I get to see all your free shows and stuff? She's like, oh, that's fine. I'm like, yeah, that's deal. She's gorgeous. Oh God, Russian women. Sorry, having a moment here. This is why I can't be gay. I'm trying, but it's very hard, people. No pun intended.
You gotta watch out because next thing you know, you'll be like, what's his name? Azari. You'll have a bad date and you'll be blown up.
Oh, he did have a bad date, dude. Oh my God.
That was
he got shot on.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they just announced her name, the other day, and not to be crude, but who gives a shit? But someone made a comment, one of my comedian friends, saying, "Oh yeah, he was trying to throw her out of the apartment, but he couldn't get her off his deck, as he was pushing her out."
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I read about that. That whole thing was just completely fucked up because basically somebody was just trying to get some notoriety out of all this.
Yeah, because I don't understand what nonverbal cues are. Was the nonverbal cue her getting butt ass naked,
right?
No job, and then saying, give me a second. I'm like, what nonverbal cue?
I don't know how that works, dude. I really don't get it.
Like, but I wish more women give me those type of nonverbal cues. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you're married, so no, you don't.
That's okay for me,
But I don't get it. I don't know either. Look at being a guy dating. It's difficult. I mean, we've all been there. We don't know the cues. We don't know. We all have the old insecurity thing. Do I do that? Do I do this? I've actually had chicks. I mean, literally having sex with, and I'm still wondering, am I going to get laid tonight? It's like that bad. I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on sometimes.
Well, it's in our business. It's like you can't even tell a woman that, boy, that dress looks great on you. You can't say, well, the one question you can, never answer, do these jeans look fat on me? You might as well just put a gun to your head.
It's always no. They fit you perfectly.
Yes. No.
No, the thing to do is just to segue and say, hey, why don't we go out and buy a new car?
Yeah,
there's no way out.
The only thing sad about this is that this story hurt the Me Too movement. It really hurt it because it I think it pushed it too far. We're like,
a lot of things, movement. The Me Too movement, like every other movement, has been hijacked. I mean, have you looked into some of the things that are like it's been devolved into? But,
it's becoming too much SJW like,
Well, they take over.
Warriors have gotten it.
Well, that's what we have AO for because she's the anti SJW. She's going to be leading the charge and and making videos and mocking certain things.
Yeah, well, I'm not quite on board with the whole Me Too movement being hijacked. I think, yeah, there's probably some snowflake bitches out there that just like this Asia Zara thing. That was just complete bullshit, and it seemed like she lied about it as well, because in the messages she was like, I gave you non-verbal cues, but then when she spoke to the reporters and things, she was like, I gave him verbal and non-verbal cues. Like, bitch, if you said something, then why didn't you just leave? Like, that it wasn't any threatening situation. So I think that was bullshit. But I do think the movement in general is
well, I think it's still intact, right? I don't mean to think that I don't want to minimize the Me Too movement, but because it is still intact.
It had to be nonverbal cues because she had his dick in his mouth.
Yeah,
what did she say?
Very nonverbal.
Wow.
Hey, I don't want to do this anymore. Can we? Hey,
He did it twice. This wasn't like the first one time.
Yeah,
I was gonna make a video about like why she felt as though, like, if she genuinely felt as though she didn't want no dick, why would she just not leave? Why didn't she feel confident enough to just leave? Like, bitch, if you don't want dick, just leave. That's my thing.
Did you guys read the story? Because it's funny because when she goes up to the apartment, they do the fellatio the first time. Then they take a break. He says, let's put our clothes on and go to the couch. They go to the couch. She gives him head again. And then when they get too serious, he says, no, I want to go home. Stop. He stops, calls her a cab. And that's like, what more could he have done?
Right. And that's exactly what he did. I mean, that's even what the article said.
He should be bragging that he can come more than once.
So as I mean, I don't want to like give legal advice or anything, but from a lawyer's perspective, I mean, how could he? What did he do? What did he do wrong? I don't really see what he did wrong.
I don't either. I think she blew the whole thing out of proportion, because I think like everyone should be innocent, and unless you're accusing someone, and you shouldn't just accept accusations anyway unless they're kind of backed up by multiple people giving a similar account, or there is some other kind of proof that this has actually happened.
A pattern of some kind.
Yeah,
I think it was just kind of like,
I don't see being eviscerated, especially in the media, and excoriated for the fact that you had one bad date. Because as a person who used to date a lot, it's very difficult sometimes. Now, granted, I have not been in that particular situation per se, but I've had some pretty things. I'm like, okay, I probably should have done things differently. Am I being too aggressive, not aggressive enough? What am I supposed to do here? Yeah, it's confusing.
No, well, we've all had shit dates though, but a shit date is different to sexual assault.
Yeah, and I think we've all been in positions where we've pushed, like there's been positions, place where I've been where I've, pushed up a little extra because I know where I want to go, but as soon as you hear the no, all right, whatever. But men, sometimes you can be aggressive, and that's the problem with this whole thing. It's
I usually
aggressive guy versus rape. There's a big difference between the two.
MP, I usually get the hint when I hear that shotgun, pump. As soon as I hear that from her, I know it's time to.
Well, that's why the holidays is so great, because everyone should get a mistletoe belt buckle, and let's see if they go for it.
You got to have the woman sign a contract now. Do you want to have?
They do that.
They have those in college.
Yeah, and
yes.
What?
In New York, in New Jersey, they have it.
They have a contract in college.
Yes.
Yeah,
for basketball players,
and you have the checklist too. The checklist.
So who the fuck is sat there making out on the sofa wherever you are making out, and then just whips out a legal binding contract like, quickly sign this for me, please?
Yes. Just to make sure that you are fully informed that you're about to have a sexual act and that you are providing consent for me to do things to your body. Please sign those documents.
Yes,
we take certain responsibility.
There is a checklist in some place. It's like,
wait,
hang on. It's like, can I kiss you here? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I undress this? Can I do the stop button? There's a fucking checklist for this shit.
It's called an NDA, a non-disclosure sexual agreement.
Holy cow, man! As a society, have we lost our collective fucking minds?
People taking the fun out of sex.
Well, a lot of it
because they want it to be like a story.
Well, not if you're allowed to sign the NDA with your dick, then everything goes.
While it's in her mouth and she's naked.
Well, that's why you just record. You just record everything so you're safe. That's all you do. You just
don't record any sexual.
That's the idea, right? Fucking the whole lot, man.
Yeah, record everything. But Your Honor, I just recorded the whole thing for legal reasons.
Well, you better make sure you're in a one-party state.
I know there was a case. There's a case here in New York where actually I wasn't really involved in it, but I was actually working the precinct that it actually happened at, and it was a girl who claimed that she had been assaulted by 5 guys in college in a college dorm, and they arrested the guys. It was like all on the news, but one of the guys had filmed it on his cell phone and showed that she was a willing participant, having fun, and was embarrassed when everyone else found out that she had been gangbanged by the 5 guys and said she was raped.
See, that's bullshit. I think a lot of girls actually do make a decision to engage in whatever they're engaging in with whoever they're engaging it with, and when that comes around to haunt them, or however you want to describe it, they won't take responsibility for being a willing person because they don't want the shame with it. But my deal is like, bitch, you chose to be a slut. Own your sluttiness.
Well, that's why. I mean, I'm glad I'm not in the dating market any longer.
Yeah, man. More sluts. That's what we need.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to deal with any of that crap nowadays. It's gotten so extreme.
Well, actually, it's funny. Does everyone know who Jared from Subway is?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
The pedophile.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, someone made we were joking around at the Comedy Store, and one guy said, what Jared did was wrong, but a lot of people did lose weight, and that was the defense.
What? Oh my God! I'm sorry, my client.
That's actually pretty funny. Actually,
he's lost some pounds.
Steve, I'm telling you, you have to call me. You have to call me privately so I can.
I will get a hold of you later. That is freaking hilarious.
It is.
Oh,
and that was.
We
lost it.
People lost some weight.
Yeah.
Okay then.
What Jared did was wrong, but a lot of people did lose weight.
Yeah.
That was an interview with Chris Hansen, who is the guy from To Catch a Predator.
Right.
It's like they lure people over, and the
guy that he was interviewing said that to him.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, this was Chris Hansen was being interviewed because it was like a couple of months ago, because he had his new Catch a Predator, podcast or whatever online, and they're just asking him questions. It's like when it's like the old days when. If you walked into your office and Mike Wallace was waiting for you at your front door, you knew you were screwed.
Yeah,
And
something went horribly wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Something is clearly wrong here.
Yeah, but but here's the thing. Can you imagine being Chris Hansen? Wherever he goes, people are like knows who he is, so they're thinking, "Holy fuck!" Did I do something wrong? Was my date last night? Was she not 18? I mean, he must get a lot of people really worried when he walks into a room.
Well, the thing is, they have 18 cameras in this house, and the thing is, he became so popular that people right off the bat, they would walk in and say, "Is Chris Hansen here?" They're looking around. Meanwhile,
exactly.
They have a bag full of condoms, brownies, and a 6-pack of something. With a 14-year-old.
So when you bring a porno, condoms, and candy to a person you met on the computer, you might be in trouble.
Yeah. It is, and they never make it past the garage. It's like you can leave now, and it's like and good luck.
They know what's happening. They know what's going down.
Yeah, good luck with that. Let us know how that works out.
Yeah, we make it about 15 feet.
And would you believe that 90% of those cases were tossed out of court because it was considered entrapment?
I don't see how that's entrapment.
And the network had to pay for the legal expenses. And that's what the trade-off was, to use their image or video on the air. So they're just trading off. I mean, my favorite episode was when this rabbi, this Hasidic, rabbi, the whole 9 yards. He got caught doing it. And, the deals that were going back and forth, and it was frightening. It's just a bunch of sick friggin' bastards.
Well, it got people off the streets. So if they have to sign a little waiver to pay for their legal fees or whatever, so they can be on air, I don't really have a big deal with that. It got them off the streets, so that's the primary.
That is the point. And a lot of people did lose weight. So
a lot of people lost weight. Oh, that's freaking hilarious.
I think a lot of this whole so SJW or whatever, the whole sexual harassment thing and all that, a lot of it I blame a lot of it to do with the media. Just they get obsessed with something for like 6 months, and then everybody, just look at all this stuff that came out. Granted, some of it, it's legitimate with like the sexual harassment and all that, but some of it, they just totally jump on a bandwagon and just go ape shit for like 3 months on one.
Again, you can't even compliment a woman that I like that dress or you look good in that dress. You're not allowed to do it anymore. And I have a book that comes out every year for standards and practices. And they have like George Carlin had his 7 dirty words. They change it every year. And, the N-word last year was number 1. But let me give you the new number 1 and number 2 words that are above the N-word for this year. The first one is retard. The second one is midget.
No, that is so retarded.
Yeah, second one is midget. Retarded. So my claim back to the network was, so I can't even call someone a mental midget because I can't call them a retard.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think we've lost our collective minds as society.
I used retard in one of my recent videos, and someone messaged in my comments, "Oh my god, I can't believe it's 2017 and people are still using retard." I was like, bitch, someone just called me a perverted abomination, and you're upset that I called them a retard.
Yeah,
and that's their focus, the word retard. I do use the word retard, but I use it very selectively.
I would never use it on a disabled person because that's just fucked up. But like some people are just retards without
it has
even
a legitimate meaning. The word
it's
retard.
No different than calling. It's no different than calling someone a faggot. You're not talking about homosexuality. You're just saying you're a sissy. It's like you want to.
Dave, I didn't even know. I had a discussion with Jade recently. Like, I don't use the word queer, but I guess queer is like the in thing.
Queer is worse.
No. Queer is like new. No. Queer is supposed to be now. You're supposed to call people queer. I'm like, what? I don't remember how that. When I was growing up,
it's the key part.
Just stay away from most of the LGBT online bullshit because. They're just crazy.
I don't get it. I don't call people queer, and yet they're saying, "Oh no, that's fine. We're out and we're queer. Call us queer." I'm like, I would rather not.
There's some people that I don't know. They do, for whatever stupid fucking reason, they want to make the world harder, and they don't want to call themselves gay or whatever the fucking easier term is. So they want to call themselves queer.
Yeah, I don't get it because there was the term queer that we used, but queer meant somebody who was just a little bit out of the ordinary, right? Something unusual about them, right? That was it. Wasn't having anything to do with sexuality. Now it's like, who the fuck knows what these words mean to different people?
Where I live, okay, you say queer. That is more, again, when we use the term, hey, stop being so, don't be a faggot. It just means, hey, your friend says, let's go out and steal car radios tonight. And it's like, oh, no, I don't want to. It's like, you're just being a faggot.
Yeah, well,
it doesn't mean anything about homosexuality at all. But if you call someone queer, that you might as well use the N-word.
See where I'm at. The C word is very derogatory. But you go down to Australia, that's what you say. How you love your mother. Mom, you're a cunt. I love you. That's how you say it. It's so ubiquitous. It doesn't mean anything.
Well, let's put it this way: you say the C word to an African American female. You better have.
I've done it once. I was apologizing for 3 weeks.
What is the C word?
Apologizing. Well, if you're still breathing, she let you off easy.
Yeah, no, and I did feel bad, and we're really good friends, and I think the world of her. So I really was heartfeltly, this was several years ago on air when I was still breaking in, and I didn't.
So you can't even.
I don't.
So now you can't even call her a retarded cunt.
No, I think that'd be okay. No, I don't know.
That's a rough spot to be in.
Yeah, you can't say retard. I don't get midget. I mean, is that like, how is that derogatory nowadays?
Because they want to be referred to. You can't even say little people. I just call them vertically challenged. That one seems to work.
My wife is vertically challenged. She's only 5'1".
So was my ex-wife, and she's a retard, no matter what.
Do you guys? Let me ask you this: do you guys think that certain people, just because of who they are, have to literally go out of the way to find something to be offended by?
They make a hobby of being offended. Yes, absolutely.
That is their hobby. That is their goal. I want to be offended, so therefore I will try to find any particular thing to be offended by. And I have seen this more since I've been on YouTube than in my entire freaking life.
I think like there are some people out there like that, but I think some people are just genuinely insecure about who they are. So when you say something, even if it's not related to trans people, and you or you just say tranny, or you say faggot, or you say something, because they're not secure in themselves, they automatically take it as an attack on them when you're just saying some fucking words. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there's people like that as well. Sure.
Oh, it can get pretty bad even in the furry community.
Well, no, the best thing to do is just call any Christian a Calvinist and watch them snap. They'll either just disengage because they are, or say, "How fucking dare you?" That's fun.
Don't worry, Bomber. We know a lot of furries, so don't worry.
I mean, there was this one time where I was just like, okay, put in your pronouns, and I said male pronouns, and people threw a friggin' fit, and they were like saying, well, what if people say da 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 da?
My opinion is, like, if your whole personality and your whole self-worth can be destroyed with a pronoun, you really need to work on your psychology.
It's a little bit.
Well, you need to grow up.
Yeah. Hey, does everyone know the rabbit and the bear joke? Since we're talking about furries,
no.
The bear, a bear asks a rabbit, "Hey, does shit stick to your fur?" The rabbit says no, so the bear picks up the rabbit and wipes his ass.
Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah. Well, like I've told the story before, but people may not, have heard it because we have a lot of new people listening. But like last time I had a physical.
Was he a good kisser?
No tongue.
It was the doctor and the TA or PA, whatever the hell she was. But they had asked me, are you male? And I was thinking to myself, your hand's about to be on my genitalia in a few minutes here. Can't you wait to find out? I was like, I couldn't. It was like the weirdest question. I go to doctors, not frequently, but often enough. And that was the first time I've ever been asked that particular question.
Well, that's because you haven't been Pope. Because when you're elected Pope, the first thing they make you do is you sit in this chair that's got a hole in it, so someone else can come up under the chair and feel your balls to make sure you're male.
I've heard that. That's actually true.
Hey, I went to become a Roman Catholic priest. I did my stint at the Vatican. I'm telling you, it's true.
Yeah, that's weird. Sorry.
I'd at least ask.
Unfortunately, when I sat in the chair, there was nothing because I'm hung like an elevator button. That's my problem.
Can you imagine that? Sit in this chair. So
it's a glory.
No, that's exactly what they do. Matter of fact, I think the only time they ever showed that was on that HBO show, the Borgers.
Yeah, but I have heard that before, so I know. I mean, I do.
No, it's absolutely true. And isn't it the same thing in England where they make sure that the new princess or princess to be, princess elect, they make sure she's a virgin. They look for a hymen, something in that. Boy, look how this conversation just took a
what do you do? I'm the royal ball checker.
Yeah, we went from ball checker to Hyman.
Yeah, this is why I don't have open hangouts very often.
No, this is why you should have them more often.
know.
I think this is very
Yeah, we will. You know,
entertaining.
I will have more open hangouts. At least maybe once, twice a month. I'm just so booked until March. We have things all the time for the next few weeks.
I just feel bad
we're
for the
just-
gentleman that just had eggs. They're probably turning by now.
Is Michael? Yeah, I mean, we have a podcast every week. We'll be promoting other shows. We've got Shannon. We've got tomorrow. We have Dr. Henke and Dr. Lachelle coming back tomorrow, 2:00. So don't forget to watch that one because that's going to be Dr. Lachelle's presentation on helium diffusion rates. They're big names. You guys don't even know how these guys are really experts. I mean, they're on Talk Origins. That's where their papers are on. So getting them together and getting this, that presentation last time took 3 months, but they were so willing to do it and so happy for it. And we're looking forward to that tomorrow. So
No, that's cool. That's cool. What's really cool
is that like a second episode of the helium diffusion rate?
Yeah, it's going to be part 2. Yeah, it's going to be from a physics point of view. It is deep. I've seen the presentation. He sent me a copy of it. It is not light stuff, but we're going to try to simplify it a lot.
That's what I love about Red's rhetoric. I mean, if you watch that guy evolve, I mean, he just starts off saying, "Look, you fucking retard. Here's what's going on." When he's dealing with flat earthers, it never gets old. At least for me, I find it very entertaining.
Reds has the biggest channel around. Actually, if you look at his view count, he'll get 350 people watching him continually. I have to have like Kent on to get those kind of numbers.
well, Ken is flypaper for the retarded. I mean, you can't lose.
He's a standby.
I'm telling you, Steve, you could make Hovine debates pay-per-views. I know I'd pay.
Well, I see.
I'm sorry I said that.
Yeah, see, no, that's what the last thing I want. Like the podcasts are free, right? I want people to donate to my channel because they like the content and they recognize how many hours goes in to making this shit happens. This stuff does not just happen on its own. It takes several hours, weeks, days, and months to range all these types of things and to coordinate them.
Well, more importantly, Steve, there's a hidden talent that a lot of people don't understand that you do have, and it's like you can continue to speak, and you're watching the live chat. You're bringing people into the room at the same time. I mean, shit, if that ain't multitasking, I don't know what is.
It takes coordination to do these hangouts sometimes, especially when you have a live hangout like a guest on with Dr. like Ross or Dr. Dr. Fazrana. When you have a really significant name on, you have to be very aware of what's going on with the live chat, the internal. Somebody had once gotten upset, and I won't name any names, but somebody had gotten upset because their line of questioning was shut down, and there were a conniption fit for it. Like it was like a slight against them because who I had on. Yet they don't seem to realize I have a rider that I have to go by which I am sent by their secretary saying this is the parameters of the topic. If I don't abide by that, I will not get the quality guest that I have. And I'm not going to let somebody come in and try to derail it. Something nobody cares about.
I have to admit, Steve, it's one of the reasons why I've been tuning in since there were only like 300 people, because I'm waiting for your agility to fuck up. That's what I'm waiting for.
We all fuck up.
If the content sucks, I'm still tuned in, waiting for you to fuck up, and someone have one of those fits.
I fuck up all the time.
I get what it takes.
Yeah,
I get what it takes to do what you do, and I couldn't do it. That's why I'm just.
Well, I can tell right now. I don't know what your job is, but I'm gonna, and you don't have to say in public, but I can venture somewhere along the lines of production or producing or something involved in the entertainment arena.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also something, when I say I was on Operation Shithole, I am one of those spin doctors. How do we make this look good? Type of things. So,
there's a skill set too. I mean,
Dave, I need your email address in the sidebar. Just saying.
It's just it is just my name at gmail.com.
I'll drop
I don't use pseudonyms or anything else because I was too stupid how to figure out a cool name,
So
for hashtag.
Gmail.com. You're lucky to get that one. It's so rare. Dave@gmail.com. Also.
No. My full name. My name is Dave Delafiore. It's in the. If you go to Google Plus, you just. Well, there's not too many parrots holding a.
Just don't make it hard on me. Oh, I mean, I know you want me to jump through parrots on Google Plus to get your email.
No.
Okay, but maybe, well, here we go. The easy way. That's right. There we go. Wait, maybe nothing yet. Close. Still waiting.
I will do it for you.
That last name is crazy,
cool.
man.
Cool. You're painting. I'm working on a comedy skit with what was the joy of painting? What was that? Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Yes. I'm doing one with Hitler. The joy of painting with Hitler playing Bob Ross, where Hitler uses his mustache to paint.
Happy trees.
Yeah, well, he's making happy smokestacks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so wrong. I love it.
Oh, it's wrong on every level.
Wow. I love it.
That was wrong. The people are still asking. The link to join us is in the G Plus community. Go find it. And Michael, I put the link to his email in the group chat for you.
Yep, thanks. Got it. See it. Wow. My wife's horizontally challenged also, in that she just never leaves the
vertically. If she's horizontally challenged, that's your issue. I'm talking vertically challenged.
Well, she's a jogger. My horizontally challenged wife.
But anyway, I do want to note that I am really appreciative of all the Patreons I've had. Obviously, with this whole stupid ad apocalypse and the Patreon fiasco that they had, it affected everybody, including me, considerably. So I am, as I build up, I have to now start asking people for Patreon again. I was fined for several months. That's why I never really talked about it, because I was making enough to at least survive. But unfortunately, because of these ad apocalypse and the fact that Patreon just had a fucking brain fart. Granted, they fixed their shit, but the damage had already been done. So as we get new people in, hopefully, a lot of people will decide to become Patreon.
You should talk about it, Steve, because it is important. I sponsor 3 people, and people are like apologizing to me. I'm sorry about this and I'm sorry about that. And it's like, I don't know what the rules are, how you get paid, or how much they're taking. I have no idea. And, if I know that Patreon is taking money out of your pocket, if I'm giving $50...
No, Patreon doesn't do that. Patreon's good. But what Patreon did was they were trying to, they were going to change things where instead of taking out whatever small cut they have from what I get, they were going to apply that to the Patreons, and every creator said no. They pledge $1. You charge them $1 and whatever tax, whatever. You don't put all these other 35-cent surcharges on. What happens now is if you have a Patreon to 10 people, you're now paying 10 different surcharges. That's bullshit. And every creator content out there, everyone on YouTube had messaged them on Twitter. I did, included on emails, and the CEO actually issued an apology and reversed their decision. Right, but a lot of people got so frustrated, and they said we don't want to deal with Patreon any longer.
Well, Steve, did they even tell you? Like, does YouTube even tell you? It's like, okay, you've had a live hangout, whatever. I go on YouTube, I see it's there. Do you know what kind of ads they're running before?
No, I have no control over the ads.
Okay, they are creation ads.
Yeah, that's all done by what they decide to.
Yeah, they are from Creation Ministry.
Yeah, no, I've heard that as well. And I also had a Flat Earth ad runs too. Yeah, Flat Earth.
How does a Flat Earth advertise? I would love to see.
I've never seen one of those.
I actually screenshotted it. I'll have to find it for you. I actually screenshotted it.
What do they have? A Goodyear blimp without helium?
Yeah, I don't. It was strange, but it was obviously on a video about Flat Earth. But like I said, there have been people, and I understand why they left Patreon. And some, like one person actually, he gave me like a year's worth of Patreon in advance. I couldn't believe it. I was like, dude, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And by the way, I think they might be in the live chat. They know who they are. I don't want to call them out if they don't want to know caught up, but thank you for that. And there was like a favor they were asking. They actually wanted me to get a hold of somebody to try to get as a guest. I reached out to that person. I cannot find anything about them. There was no response. But if anybody wants, who is a patron, wants me to get a hold of a certain person, I will try to get them on. So.
All right, folks. Well, my battery is dying here because this phone only, when you put in the headphones, you give up the power supply. But it's been an absolute honor, Steve, to finally speak with you in person. Please email me privately or whatever so we can talk. Whatever. And it's a pleasure meeting everybody, out there. You're doing great work.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it.
It's programming that you cannot get anywhere else, and that's what the mainstream media should be scared shitless of.
We are the alts.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I might use you as a promo for our new podcast.
When someone
can I talk about Jared making people lose weight? So it's
you can talk about whatever the hell you want, man. Knock yourself out. Go. Leave a review for our podcast because that's just great.
I absolutely will. And again, guys, thanks for everything. And now that I've got this down, hopefully, we'll be talking soon. So take care, guys.
Bye, Dave.
Hey.
Bye, Dave. Yeah. Sorry for the link begging, Steve. I didn't realize it was right in front of my face.
No worries.
But
so one day, another Dave comes in.
Yep.
When someone contributes to your Patreon, don't bring them on. Don't get them on. Get them off. It's your job to masturbate.
To get them off. That's not that kind of Patreon, dude. That's not what my channel's about.
No, I don't.
But I might have to start at this point. I hope I gotta mute you there. You're okay anyway. Yeah, I mean, I'll do a lot of stuff for money, but I won't do a lot of stuff on air. So, let you know.
Well, it's also been a pleasure, and I was gonna, say something or another, but boy, I gotta not say anything because I got shit to do. Damn, I just saw Jan. I was like, I want to get in there, and then I want to
time, Michael. You're always welcome, man.
Well, you say that. I know you say that. I'm kidding. Hey, I appreciate it. And okay, well, cheers. And by the way, boy, I'm gonna need places to stay in England sometime. I got to be an expat pretty soon. Oh yeah, just throwing it out there.
You got to subscribe to her first.
Oh well, you better drop that link before I bail. You know me and links and finance.
It's in the description.
Oh, Michael has logical issues, so I'll just give it to him in the video in the group chat. I got you covered, brother. I got you covered. 1 second. There you go. And that's a video too, so go watch it. Hit enter now. There you go.
I don't have a spare room though, so too bad.
Oh, that's okay. He's a cuddler.
Oh boy.
Well,
yeah, he'll work out that rent.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to be coming to the UK for the bike show this coming November again. So I'll be in Overton, which is just west of Basingstoke. So maybe we could meet up somewhere West London or something and do a video.
Everybody's going to England in April. I guess people are supposed to go to England too.
Was that addressed to me? Yeah, I'm cool. I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I would love to do that. I'll do I don't know. I have no idea what we're gonna do, but we'll do like a shitty vlog or something.
Yeah.
Do a live
we could go to Speaker's Park in London.
Oh, you know what? Get a hold of Speaker's Corner.
Cool. I don't think I've ever been there before, so that'll be a cool experience.
Yeah, because we could meet there, because that'd be it's about 50 miles from Overton to London, but that's not a problem. I can just jump on the train because I get a rail pass.
Prepper, do you know
who? Just meet you somewhere, and then we could go there and do a video and make that, because there's always loot. Every time I've been there, there's been loonies out.
Do you know who Speaker's Corner is?
It's always been so much fun.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. I'm definitely down.
Go
okay, cool.
Go look up Speaker's Corner on YouTube. He goes there all the time. He'll introduce you to people and show you the ropes.
Okay, yeah, I definitely will.
Speaker's Corner, yep, he does. He's a great guy.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of videos and stuff. I've been there a few times, and it's great because you get everything, not just theology or politics or whatever. You get flat earthers, you get the most bizarre people. Aliens are coming to take over. Shit like that. It's hilarious.
Oh my god, I will love it. I'm gonna have to buy more batteries for my camera.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll have my GoPros and my HD camera with me anyway. So we'll have plenty of cameras. Don't worry about that. But it's just like the central hub of non-scientific woo of the UK. It is hilarious.
I better take my crystals and my tarot cards.
Anything talk about anything you want, kind of stuff. Woo woo and.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Pack your essential oils and leave your superfluous solvents at home.
Well, did you guys see the post, the Twitter thing that I made it, or I didn't make it, but I put out the tweet. But it was basically a poster on finally explaining each crystal and what it does for healing. And each crystal says didn't do shit, doesn't do shit, doesn't do shit, doesn't do shit.
I really genuinely used to believe in all that bullshit.
I hit this one and my balls ache. Something's wrong.
I'm not going to front. When I was a kid, I had looked into crystals too, and I didn't know any better, and some other stuff too. But I was a kid, right? When you're a kid, you have beliefs and you're reforming them, and I didn't last very long.
Yeah, I don't have the excuse of being a kid because I was like 18. So
unfortunately to us,
I'm a moron though, so maybe that's a good enough excuse.
Yeah. 18. So you're still formulating your belief system at 18.
Yeah, we look at 18 as a fond memory at this point to some of us.
At your age, you shouldn't look at any 18-year-olds.
Right.
Just
right.
Now they're legal.
18 is the legal age in my country, so it feels weird you all act like it's pedophilia.
I have no problem with looking at 18-year-olds, but having a conversation with them for a date, oh God, fuck no.
No.
Can't happen. I'm all fine with thinking that they're gorgeous and stuff like that, but I am telling you, I've learned that because I've dated younger women. I mean, my baby's mama is only 30, so my daughter's 12, so do the math, right? She's 30 something. So my baby's mom was very young when we first got together. But we had a lot in common. But nowadays, if you're under 30, I don't know what the hell I would have in common with a person to date, What do you talk about? They don't know half the shit that you remember as a kid.
Right.
Yeah, Snuffy says 18 is legal, but 18-year-old girls are usually dumb and shallow. And I hate to make that stereotype, but yeah,
but it's so true. But 18-year-old boys are just little sex horny things.
Oh, they're worse. They're worse. I would hate to be a girl and be in that age because I mean, at 18, oh yeah, 18-year-old boys, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, you want to hump anything that moves.
So,
yep.
People just suck, whatever, at any age. I'm just getting to be really, really
cynical.
Cynical, yeah. Thank you. In my old age,
you're becoming an old curmudgeon.
I would make a good curmudgeon.
Yes, you will. You'll make a wonderful one. But you'll be the old curmudgeon that's chasing the nurses around in the nursing home in your wheelchair, going, "Hey, come here, honey."
That would have been my dad or my granddad.
See?
I could see you as a curmudgeon.
What'll happen is I'll move to California and we'll just smoke weed for the rest of our days, Steve.
I will tell you this.
Smoke weed.
I will tell you this. I don't like weed. People know that. I made that very clear. However, now that it's legal in California, when I have a dispensary open up near here, because the where I live doesn't allow it, but there's one that's probably going to be opening up just outside the city limits. I'm going to go get some indica and I'm going to try again.
Well, how long has it been? How long has it been for you, Steve?
3 years. Over 3 years.
So you prefer indica, like sit on the couch and not do anything over?
Yeah, I just want to chill out, right? Because
then indica's the right one for you. Because sativa, that's clean the house dope.
Right. No, I want to chill. I don't want to get. Okay. So I want to sleep.
Got it down there. Colorado
There's a
knows this.
certain genetic difference in some people that actually make them have an adverse reaction to weed, but it's a really small percentage of people.
I don't
Oddly
know if
enough,
I'm
it tends to
I
be
just don't like
Asian. It tends to be people that also do not have the ability to metabolize alcohol.
Yeah, well, I can definitely metabolize alcohol. No, like I said, that last time I had it, I had an edible, and for 3 days my life was hell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, 3 days.
3 days I was high. You think I'm exaggerating? I'm not. I'm not. This is not hyperbole here. I was high for 3 fucking days.
Yeah, edibles can
I wish
really
I
screw
got
you
that
up.
kind of reaction.
Oh, it was no. You don't. It was. I had to work.
Oh,
You ate the whole
yeah,
brownie,
that
didn't
don't
you,
bother me.
Steve?
I ate the whole fucking brownie.
Oh, you
Oh,
never
no.
ever eat the whole brownie. Come on, Steve. You should know better than that.
Dude, I don't know shit about pot. I
You
tried
only eat the first quarter to a half, and then you wait about an hour to an hour and a half for the effects to kick in.
Yeah, well,
It's not
now
like
you tell
smoking
me.
a joint because that hits you right away. Edibles, it takes about an hour for it to really
I
get
know
you.
it metabolizes. I got that much, but yeah, yeah, long story. But
Yeah,
anyway.
well, we have a lot of hospital admissions here in Colorado to emergency rooms from marijuana tourists, and they
Right.
come in and they eat all these edibles and then they smoke a bunch of weed and they just basically freak the fuck out.
They say, "Oh, I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die! I'm gonna
I
die!"
don't care. I've done that.
That's
they're
the
not
only
gonna
drawback
die.
we have had.
Oh,
That's the only drawback we have had from legalization here in Colorado.
I know. I heard a story. Well, no, I heard a story once. There was a cop that ate 24 brownies. They called 911 claiming he was
heard
dead.
that.
Yeah,
I heard that exact same thing. He called police saying he was gonna die.
The very
That's the worst thing you could do. It's just, it's people like that. It's people like that. They give anything a bad name.
I had a girl that gave me 3 joints one time, and I had been chasing this chick for like 4 years. We finally ended up moving in together for a little while, realizing that it was a wasted 4 years. But anyways, she was just so hot. I mean, but she gave me 3 joints, and unbeknownst to me, that I was supposed to like partake of them like over time, like kind of like not at once. I smoked all 3 in the same night, and I had called her up, going, "I'm going to die." And she's like, "You can't die off marijuana." I said, "Listen, you're going to be the first motherfucker in history to die by smoking pot. Get the fuck over here." I was like tripping.
Yeah.
Like no one has ever been recorded dying of a.
I would have been the first. This was horrible. For a person who doesn't smoke pot to smoke 3 joints right in a row.
Oh yeah, you were messed up.
I was I had tunnel vision.
You were feeling it.
I mean, the only honestly, the only way you could die for pot is if 20 pounds falls on you from out of a plane.
Yeah. A smuggler drops a 100-pound bale out of a smuggling plane. Yeah,
Is it the reason you can't die from? Is it just because it just saturates your cannabinoid receptors?
There was someone did figure out how much pot you would need to inhale within a space of 15 minutes to kill you, and it was more anyone would ever be able to do without passing out beforehand.
Yeah, you would actually undergo oxygen deprivation first.
Yes, yeah.
Somebody they're talking about LSD in the live chat. Boy, this hangout is definitely taking a turn.
Yeah.
I would
Okay,
try LSD for a psychological experiment if I was around the right people.
Well, yeah, doing LSD or anything psychoactive, you need to be, you need set and setting. You need to be in the right set of mind. You need to be in a good setting that you trust with people around you that you trust.
Yeah, right.
I've never taken LSD ever.
No intent to.
I've never have either. I mean, I've just tried pot. That's the only.
Like,
you didn't have a good college experience.
Yeah, no, I never tried any of the hard stuff.
Well,
I mean, the hard stuff. LSD isn't really hard per se.
Yeah.
I mean,
LSD is
the
safest drug in the world. Oh no!
Well,
sorry.
no, when I hear somebody mention
considered the safest drug in the world.
LSD. What's the safest drug in the world?
magic mushrooms. They contain psilocybin, and I think that's what is LSD in the mushroom.
Psilocybin is a very different chemical compound.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's a different chemical compound, and it affects the neurons differently than LSD.
Also makes you a lot more sick, from what I understand. It's not as enjoyable.
You get physically ill from psilocybin.
Yeah.
I mean, magic mushrooms have been, there have been studies.
It's actually categorized by organizations as one of the safest drugs, and marijuana actually comes under it.
Psilocybin?
Yeah, no, magic mushrooms.
Because, like I said, it makes
I would seriously doubt that, because anything that's a hallucinogen is actually basically a toxin.
Google it. It's not me.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely look that up. I know a lot of people that have had really bad experiences and been hospitalized because of too much psilocybin.
Yeah, but that's just because as you said, they took too much, and then and that goes back to the guy eating 24 pot brownies. Too much things kill you.
I've had obviously lucid dreams, and I've had hypnagogic hallucinations, and I want to see if those hallucinations are very different from what it would be on something like psilocybin or LSD.
It is very different. If you really want to try something drastically different, then you want to go to mescaline sulfate or peyote. That one has a very marked different
those make you sick on you. Even worse, peyote I heard makes you deathly sick.
Oh, you're puking.
But I've never actually known of the effects or how it affects you.
Well, we all need to go on a vision quest one of these days.
Oh yeah, I would love to do that.
Steve.
Yeah, right.
Go on a vision quest. Go to the Amazon and drink ayahuasca.
Oh, ayahuasca is also a really, really different one too.
Well, I mean, ayahuasca is basically two plants mixed together. One of the plants has DMT in it, but it needs the other plant because I've looked into this, but it needs the other plant because your body actually breaks down DMT if you ingest it orally. So you need the other plant mixed together to actually it's an enzyme blocker. You know what I mean?
Hey, Midnight.
Yeah, one of the plants stops your stomach from breaking down DMT, and then when you ingest them both together, you can get high from it. But if you just consume DMT itself, it would be broken down by the stomach enzymes.
Yeah, I just said that. So, Steve, what is it?
How high are you right now?
I'm not high. You should know this.
Say it. I want you to say it. Do it for me. How high are you right now, Midnight?
I'm not high. This is the way I speak. I have a stuttering problem. Thank you, Steve. It's not bad, actually.
I'm not high. It's just the way I speak. I have a stuttering problem.
Oh, I hate you.
Man. You're just
I know. I don't know. I mean, because I've looked into this. Obviously, there's more I need to look into. But based on what I've learned, I'm interested in it. Yeah, you could say, "Oh, it's a poison" or whatever. But honestly, I personally think cigarettes and alcohol are more of a poison than anything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's debatable, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, nicotine is actually one of the most toxic substances known to man, and I smoke.
Yeah. And it's legal.
Yeah, not only legal, it's promoted.
Yeah.
Right? This pisses me off.
I will never go back smoking again. It's just I'm so glad that I quit.
Actually, I'm in the process right now. I got a bunch of nicotine patches, so that's one reason why I'm trying to keep my hands busy and do something different.
Yeah, I don't really have a craving anymore. The only time I do is sometimes when I drink, I'll be like, it'd be nice to have a smoke. But you know what? I don't no desire to. If I ever did, I'd be sick as shit. Nasty. Cigarettes are nasty.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure nicotine doesn't have much of an adverse effect on you. It's all the chemicals inside the cigarettes that do.
Well, nicotine itself is a poison.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's one of the most incredibly toxic poisons known to man.
Sounds highly addictive. I mean, that's why they put it in, because you really have to hand it to cigarette company. They were smart enough to actually add that in, so people will buy more and more and more of it, and they get rich.
Well,
you really gotta love that insidious genius.
Yeah. Well, what they do is actually, when they treat the tobacco after it's cured, when it's shredded, they spray it with micronized charcoal, sulfur, potassium nitrate, and ammonia. Ammonia is a catalyst that gets the nicotine into your system faster, and the rest is gunpowder, basically. Potassium nitrate, sulfur, and charcoal.
Yeah.
And they do
So you're smoking gunpowder. Wow.
at a consistent rate.
And also, I mean, there's almost enough nicotine in a single pack of smokes that if you were to take it once, it would kill you.
Yeah, it would literally kill you.
There's about 10 milligrams to 15 per cigarette, and you figure a pack.
Micrograms, not milligrams.
Milligrams, yes. Micrograms. No, it's 15.
It's micrograms. Milligram will kill you.
Milligram.
It's micrograms.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I guess. Yeah, let me think about this.
Yeah, because I mean, I've heard people smoke 3 packs a day for like 20 years or longer than that, and they were still alive. So it has to be micrograms.
Yeah, that makes sense. 50 micrograms and 5. Well, how many micrograms will kill you for that? Anybody know?
I don't know.
I know it's close to a milligram and a half. So it'd be what, 1,500 micrograms?
Yeah, it's not very many.
That high.
How many packs a day?
I think it's like 500 micrograms, if I remember when I looked before. It's still nicotine is a very, very deadly thing. You can definitely get nicotine poisoning.
But again, it's legal. Sorry, I just can't stress it enough. It just bothers me.
Well, I mean, I got nothing against people smoking. I mean, I smoked for 25 years, but
I just have a problem against the
I kind of do, because it's a waste of money.
Like weed in my country is illegal, but nicotine and alcohol are perfectly, and even advertised. Alcohol is advertised, and they are so much,
exactly.
But that's what I have a problem with. It's not really about. I don't give a fuck if anyone wants to smoke. I care that my government tells me that I can be put in prison for getting weed, even though weed is provably less harmful than legal substances.
Well, how much do they crack down at it? I mean, do they really crack down on weed smoking in Europe?
Yeah, they've only just recently started being a bit looser on it, but pretty much you can still be arrested for picking up weed off your drug dealer.
Well,
yeah, it's really ridiculous, and it's just like alcohol was in the 1920s. Here in the States, the prohibition actually causes more problems than it cures.
I know, but the original. You see, one of the many reasons why cannabis was made illegal is because it's because hemp can actually be used to make paper, to make clothes, to make. I've seen somebody made a house from hemp, a house.
I know, it's unbelievable. There's like a list somewhere of an image online of like thousands and thousands of different possible uses this one plant has.
I know, right?
Yep.
It's mind-blowing.
And it's remarkably easy to grow. So
yeah, it would solve a lot of problems if we had it, and that's kind of like the big business wants to keep it under wraps. There's actually a patent on the plant.
Oh, by the way, I just looked it up. It is milligrams.
A patent.
It's 15 milligrams of 15 milligrams. Because I was thinking about that. I'm like, wait a minute, a microgram is very, 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 very small. It's 15 milligrams of nicotine. It could be anywhere from 10 to 20 milligrams. So I did look it up.
I put it in the chat too.
Okay.
I put it in the chat.
The average
is that in a pack or per cigarette or what?
Per cigarette, it's about 12 per milligram per cigarette, which I think sounds a lot more correct. Because a microgram MCG is very, very small.
Yeah, that's a thousandth of a milligram. Yeah.
So you need half of a milligram to a milligram of nicotine per kilogram.
Isn't
to kill you?
Great? I mean, Jesus, I don't think people understand how much advantage we have with the technology we have.
And I
There's
did
so much
that
simultaneous information, and yet
10
we have
seconds.
people who think the goddamn fucking Earth is flat.
Ah,
I know.
Yeah, Steve, don't get me started on that. Like, okay, yes, so do I. Sometimes I want to know something, but I'm too lazy to Google it. Okay, I'm not perfect, but but you have Gmail. You actually you want to go this route? I don't know. You just brought it up. I figured
it's okay. The holy
never mind.
Lily Spackles just had for some reason I can't get this song out of my head now. She says, "I was going to join the hang, but then I got high. I was going to make a YouTube video, and then I got high
because I got high.
Because I got high.
Dude.
Now they demonetize me, and I know why. Because I got high. Because I got high. That's Lily Spackle. That's funny, dude. Girl, make it. Do that video. I swear to God. Deidre, go do it. That's brilliant. I love that. Now they demonetize me, and I know why.
Speaking of flat earthers, I think Soundly has made me pay reparations. He made me a moderator in his live chat on his stream.
Did he?
And I have come across some of the dumbest people I have ever met trying to come in and say the Earth is flat.
Well, that's why I don't bother with the flat earthers anymore. Can we just all sing that song together?
Been deceived and tricked by all of the governments in the world cooperating with each other on this one specific thing. Of course, the Earth is flat. You're all just sheeple.
Exactly. NASA.
Simultaneously, all of them. Yeah. Okay.
So, first of all, I have two questions. One, we have to have a hangout one day where we all just sing that song because I got high. That'd be awesome. It's a 3-minute video. That's all we'll do. And the second question is, Prepper, how many weapons do you fucking have?
What, me?
Yes.
I have a collection of about 45 to 50 swords.
Is that a Klingon bat'leth?
That's a bat'leth.
He's a Klingon
Probably
bat'leth.
one of the most intelligent weapons ever designed by science fiction.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've been so
Nice.
obsessed with the new Star Trek, and I've never watched any of them before, but the new one I've been so obsessed with.
You need to watch. You need to watch The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. The original, I yet to watch, but
we're gonna have a fight here. We're gonna have a fight. Ayo.
I teach I teach Kenjutsu and European martial arts. So I teach swordsmanship. So I've got a class coming on Saturday. So I got to do my monthly.
Battleless fighting would be awesome. But here's the thing: I don't like the new Star Trek. Sorry, Ayo. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's a bad premise. I think it's the worst of all the series. Now go ahead. Go ahead. Make a video about me.
I agree.
Do it. Do it.
You will find you will find a very prevailing attitude like that among old Trekkers like us, AO, because the new one just kind of didn't go character development. It didn't.
Right.
It doesn't have a modern
What's
storyline.
this, Mushroom Drive? Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Can we just
Can't we all just get along? Can we the Trekkies get together and have a conversation without always having a fight?
Psilocybin Drive. Let's get it right. Okay.
Can we just agree that Enterprise may have sucked, the theme song, the theme song was good.
I haven't seen that one.
It was all right. I'll give it a prize.
Because the theme song of Enterprise, the show Enterprise, shows mankind's developments, throughout the years. Like I don't know. I've really liked that. That the opening theme of Enterprise.
I did.
Do you want to know a better show? I'll tell you a better one. Somebody just mentioned in the live chat. Go watch the Orville.
The what?
Orville.
I really haven't even. Everybody keeps saying I haven't had a chance to go watch it. I really.
Oh yeah, the Steve McFarlane one.
Yes, it is really good. Thumbs up.
Seth MacFarlane. Why the hell did I call him Steve?
Yeah, no, Seth MacFarlane. Yeah, no, it's a really good show. I will just chump it up to AO has not watched some of the original Star Treks, or she doesn't. Deep Space Nine.
Space Nine, yes.
I just
One of the
feel
best
like
written
the
Star Treks of all
Star
time.
Treks feel really cheesy to me.
Did you watch Deep Space Nine? Because
No.
I gotta admit, I didn't appreciate Deep Space Nine when it was on as much as I did later on. The writing for Deep Space Nine is freaking brilliant.
Yeah,
See, maybe
I
I'm-
like Voyager a lot too. Voyager was
Maybe I
really good.
have no taste, but I really thought
Yeah, I've seen
like
your
this
video.
new Star Trek was really good.
Well, you have nothing to compare it to, though. Come on.
Yeah,
It's
but
not as
compared
good
to
as the
the
other
other
ones.
crappy science fiction shit I've watched, like I don't like science fiction because generally it just pisses me off. But
Okay, what about Red Dwarf? Do you like Red Dwarf?
okay,
Oh,
I
you
like that.
Doctor
But that's
Who?
more comedy, isn't
That's
it?
comedy. Okay, yeah. It is still science fiction though, but it is Red Dwarf.
Come
It
on.
is comedy.
The guy's last name is Rimmer. How much more
Comic can you get? Yeah.
base comedian can you get?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you want, the Next Generation was obviously good. Deep Space Nine, Voyager, I watched it.
It was okay.
I guess I enjoyed it.
I didn't
but-
like Next Generation when it first came out, but then only because I had such resistance because I was so much into the original series. But I gave it a shot, and after time, Next Generation became awesome.
Yeah, the first couple
Definitely.
seasons kind of, but then it got better.
It got better. It was one of those shows like it literally did come into its own. By the way, do you guys know that the kid actor that played Worf's son recently just died?
Oh, no way.
Ooh, how?
Yeah.
Oh, what
I don't
happened?
know.
Oh,
Get
that
it-
sucks.
How he died, but yeah, the guy that played kids, Alexander was his name in
Yeah.
the show. I don't know. Yeah,
Wow.
he just died like last week or something.
It's weird because I'm also Facebook friends with the kid who played Nog. God, I'm having a hell of a time remembering his name now. Aaron Eisenberg.
No. I remember. You know, he
From
started
DS9.
for. Yeah, I know. He started as nothing more. You know, nothing more than a Ferengi that gets Jake in trouble, and then actually no, should I? I don't want to spoil the show now. Damn it!
Are you talking about Quark's son?
Yeah, no.
He's
Rom's
Rom's son.
Oh, okay.
Rom's son,
Quark
Quark's
doesn't have
nephew.
a son.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just his little annoying Ferengi.
Yeah, Quark. I'm sorry, Quark was one of my favorite characters.
Quark,
I
dude,
think he
yeah,
was the best
Quark
one in the whole
made the
thing.
show.
Quark
made the show.
and
Quark and Odo. Quark and Odo. The relationship between those two was amazing. I loved it.
That was really well written and done too. I agree with that.
You know who my favorite was? It wasn't Quark and it wasn't Odo. My all-time favorite character was the best written was Garrick.
Oh,
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
my God.
None. That was the best character development, best character writing, best character portrayal. Garrick was freaking genius.
if you're gonna have a sleeper character, that is the best.
Yeah.
You never knew where you stood with Garrick. You never knew what the hell was up with him.
No, you didn't.
You still don't.
I still watch the old series every now and then. I still can't help but wonder. Like you know, I've seen it like 2 or 3 times, the entire series 2 or 3 times. But you always.
Even the live chat agrees on that one. They don't agree on anything in the live chat. They're actually agreeing Garrick was great.
You still don't know,
DS9.
right. You still don't know where you stand.
No, but I like Garrick because I think he was a really an honorable guy, and that he was, you know, he was definitely duplicitous and definitely had a lot of machinations that he would, you know, try to put into to come to fruition. But I think he did it from a good place. I think he really was a good character doing bad things.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe he was a bad guy doing good things.
or it could be you don't know. It could be either. It really could. That's what's so great
Like,
about.
okay. I
It
don't
could be
know.
either.
Honestly, I really want to talk about this, but at the same time, I don't want to spoil anything for
AO is never
AO?
gonna watch this crap.
Right.
Sorry.
Oh.
I
But,
tuned
but
out for a second.
but-
What are we talking about?
Deep Space Nine.
okay, never mind. I guess we can still talk about it,
It's okay.
or maybe we can have a hangout one day. where
Nah,
can
we
talk
gotta start
about
wrapping
these.
up. We just hit the 3-hour mark, so that's way too long for our hangout. So we got
Come on, Steve. I wanted to talk about my favorite, some of the favorite things, and the morality of it. Fine, whatever.
you could do if you want to start a hangout on the Great Debate Community channel. Go for it. Star Trek.
Yeah, I can't. I'm on the phone. I have to wait till tomorrow.
David
Hopefully,
can do it. David, you want to? You want to
Do what?
He's got a really bad hiss, by the way.
No, that's my phone.
Well, if you get your computer, you can have a Star Trek hangout. The morality of Star Trek, because you know what, there have been actual things out there saying that the Federation was actually the bad guys in Star Trek.
I've seen that the Federation is more. It's kind of like a communist utopia.
And there's some morality issues with them as far as like
Yeah.
not in going in and fixing stuff with civilizations and not helping out.
Yeah, they might, one of the characters was actually mentioned that the Federation was like the Borg. At least the Borg, what I mean?
They put data on trial. I mean, so there were some morality issues there.
What the hell, man?
Yeah.
Data.
But anyways, let's wrap this up, guys. Let's wrap this up.
All right.
If somebody wants to do another thing on the Great Debate Community webpage or YouTube channel, go ahead. By all means, I wish people would start. We need to get 200 more subs for that. So if you do, put the links out there so people can go. But AO, I want to thank you very much. This was your first and won't be your last, I'm sure. Hang out.
I'm sure.
Well, we are going to be having more of these hangouts. I promise I'll probably have them at least twice, maybe 3 times a month, where we just all shoot the shit on here. And we do this all the time on the other channel, the Great Debate Community channel. But I wanted to leave this channel for more of the bigger things. But this was awesome. People have not known about you, and I think that your channel's just like woefully undersubbed. There's 3 channels out there right now that are they need more subs. That's the Geek Room, that's you, and Tony Reed, one of the most at all time undersubbed YouTube channel.
Speaking of the Geek Room, they just hit their 1,000.
I heard, and I know they just had a video on, so God bless them on that. Good job. I
Congratulations.
I hope they get to 10,000 by the end of the year. So your goal is to get 1,000 by the end of February, I think. AO.
Oh, I don't know. Like, I'm pretty basic. I'll just go with what happens.
So the basic bitch needs to get 500 more subs. That's the tagline, the takeaway.
Yeah, come and sub to me. I'm an attention whore. I just want views.
Well, we'll get it. We'll definitely take your videos and put them on the links and stuff like that because they are really, really good. I'm just not like placating to you. I actually enjoy your content. I know Shannon enjoys your content. You actually have something to say, and you say it really well. So keep that up, okay?
Okay, thank you, and thank you for having me on this live stream.
What's that?
Thank you for having me on the live stream. It was fun.
You're welcome. Live chat out there. If you have not subscribed to AO yet, go to her channel. The link is in the video description. Plus, I put all the other links as normal in the video description. So if you want to help out and be a patron, $1 a month, it is appreciated immensely. 5 or 10 is even appreciated more because I'm sorry, but it is rough right now. Not going to front with all this shit. But I've had some very generous donations recently that has helped out tremendously. For those who have donated, thank you so much. You know who you are, and I do appreciate it. If you have not made a link, or have not made an entry yet in the wiki web page, go do that. We have a lot of people that are making web pages there. That's fine. Just start it off. We will go in and we'll add the graphics and all that other stuff. Just go in, make a page about yourself. It has to be 90% true, 10% satire in some ways, but can't be wrong. Does that make sense? So
completely.
You got that kind of personality, so you can make your own page. Anybody can make their own page now, and then you use that page and you put them on your video. And what it does is it sends people to your bio, so you basically don't have to write the same shit all the time. It's like this is who I am. So that's kind of nice. I should start including my link on there, I guess. But anyways, let's wrap this up. Anybody got any last words?
No, thank you for having me, and good evening.